To get everybody watching. What up, Geechee? Yo, Gotti, what up, big homie? We need to tap in for an interview. I'm about to go live on YouTube right now. So everybody watching me on the gram, hit that link in my bio and come tap in. But Gotti, major salute, bro. Let me get my audio situated here. Watching me on the gram, hit that link in my. Need everybody watching me here. Hit the link in my bio. Yo, hit the link in my bio. I go live on YouTube, not on IG, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, bro. It wasn't me. 300. Hilarious. All right, let's get going, y'all. Let's do this. Let's do this, you guys. Live video tonight. We got some shit to talk about. Couple different topics. Man. Couple different major topics we got to speak on tonight, you guys. Big U's niece has spoken up. And I think the majority of us out there know that Gillie has a relationship with Big U. You know what I'm saying? I've done interviews with Gillie. He spoke on Big U. Other people have done interviews with Gillie. He's spoken on Big U as well. You know what I mean? There's a relationship there. We see what U was doing now. You know what I mean? We see what he's doing now. But this actually goes back a little bit further. You know what I mean? When I interviewed Gillie, when other people interviewed Gillie, excuse me, appreciate everybody for sharing this video. Appreciate everybody for watching me. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of different shit that's going on, you know, but not a lot of what's been going on with Gillie and Wack 100, Wallo. A lot of that has not been explained. Gillie and all them, they seemingly have not responded at this point. What are they responding to? Some people might be asking. Are they responding to one simple line? One simple line from an audio recording, you guys. A simple line where Wack was speaking with Hassan about his relationships with Adam 22, Gilly and Wallo, as well as Nori, the guy from Drink Champs, as Wack 100 referred to him as. Major salute everybody for tapping in. I'm rolling up a little bit of what do I got here? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm smoking on runts tonight, you guys. Only blazing runts, y'all. That's what I'm on this week. Yeah, coolest bully vision. I'm gonna have to agree with you. And that's why I've decided to do this video tonight. Because it seems to me like people are misinterpreting what's going on with Gillie and Wack 100 right now. It seems to me that there's a lot of people thinking that Gillie should be responding to Wack 100 tonight. You know what I mean? A lot of people are out there are wondering what is going on with Gillie and Wack 100's relationship. It went from being a playful type of relationship, you know what I mean? Where they would make fun of each other about the relationship with Birdman. You know what I mean? They would make fun of each other about potentially buying a contract out. But you're right, coolest bully. I don't see it either. You know what I mean? When I was talking to some of my homies today, I'm like, yo, what do you guys think? Can Wack 100 really put the squeeze? Can Wack 100 really extort the likes of Nori, Gillie, and Wallo and get major artists or upcoming artists on their platforms? I had to ask a couple of my friends about that. You know what I mean? More opinions matter. Well, everybody out there says, you know, it really depends on who the artist is. You know, right now, Wack 100's artists, Blueface, Savvy, these guys aren't really hot enough to get on these major platforms like $1 million worth of game. Wack 100 cannot get his artist on Drink Champs, but rest assured, he can get them on Adam 22. He can reach out to the other people like he was trying to build that branch with Hassan Campbell, a guy who gets 5,000 live viewers just for being on the computer for 10 minutes. Wack 100 was trying to build another branch to, you know what I mean? He was trying to grow another branch to the tree when you got Adam 22 and you got Academics and you got Gillie and Wallo and Nori. You know what I mean? And just about anybody you could think of to reach out to. Yes, sir. Cordeo, appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in. Henry says, add Kanye to that list. Kanye, yeah. Chirac is, speaking of Kanye, Chirac is in the chat. Major salute, Jay's Vape Lounge. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. I don't know if that's your business, but I appreciate anybody grinding and doing what they're doing out there to make it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. My man Perk Gambit. Everybody share this video. Let them know Mikey T, the movie star's in here tonight doing his damn thing. Sharif says, I don't think Wallo ever liked Wack 100. I don't think Wallo ever liked Wack 100. You know, Wack 100 and Wallo, let me think. Did they really have a relationship? It seemed to me like Wallo's relationship was with Birdman. Wack 100 sort of took credit though for lining Wallo up with Birdman. Wack 100, if you guys remember, we went over it a few days ago. Wack 100 went as far as to say that Wallo messed up with Birdman. He said Wallo allegedly cut out a portion of the interview that he did with Birdman. I think we all remember Wallo had an interview on Birdman for his Where's Wallo series. Yo, kicking it with Timmy B. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, that was one of my best throwback Gilly interviews. I have a few more throwback Gilly interviews that I want to put together. You know what I mean? I actually want to put the interviews together because they're all out in smaller clips. But back in the day, I was never putting shit all together in a long format interview. So I do appreciate everybody showing love to the Gilly the Kid interview, man. You know, we had talked about when 6ix9ine and Shotty came through to check him. You know, there was at the very early stages of when 6ix9ine was getting love. We talked about Troy Ave recording on his album that it was, if it's me and my fam, then it's F you from the stand type shit. You know what I mean? Gilly is really an open book with me. You know what I mean? Gilly was really an open book with me when we would do interviews, you know, a couple times a year. Obviously, Gilly's doing his own thing right now every single week of the year, releasing video content. You know, Gilly's really grinding. He's got his kids, Mac and Cheese, his daughter now with a big single. That's amazing. I encourage you all to go over to Gilly's page and check it out. It's $1 million worth of games records, baby. Yup, I feel you, Cleaver. What up, Cleaver the Great? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. We got some shit to talk about tonight. I want to start it off with talking about Wack 100 going in on Mysonne, you guys. Wack 100 and Mysonne, you know, these guys, obviously, they're close to one another, being that they're both from New York. They've actually appeared in videos together. Hassan Campbell has actually recorded Mysonne on camera, probably in his earlier days when he was trying to get a little bit of recognition. You know what I mean? Hassan Campbell was at that point where he needed known faces on the camera. You know what I mean? As he was beginning to build up who he was. You know, as he was beginning to build up who he was, he needed those known faces on the camera, you guys. And he got one of those known faces in Mysonne, a man who was known in the industry prior to getting locked up. A lot of people say that he missed his calling. You know what I mean? A lot of people say he missed his time to get that shine. You know, he came out of jail. And now he's made more movements when it's come to his abilities to speak to the youth. You know, his ability to lead a march. You know what I mean? Mysonne is bigger on other platforms now compared to the opportunity he had before he got locked up in rap. And that's just keeping it a buck, you guys. And that's just keeping it a buck. Port City's in the building. I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Port City said, Mysonne said months ago he will not address Wack on social media and will talk to him in person when he sees him. Well, Port City, Hassan Campbell actually addressed that as well. Hassan actually addressed Wack 100 dragging Mysonne, guys. Hassan Campbell said Mysonne was dragged, you guys. He said he was dragged by Wack 100 through them clubhouse streets. And I'm making this video tonight because, well, we can't stand people who have shitty ass comments either, bro. But I'm making this video tonight because of the fact that a lot of people are putting a lot of presumption on Gillie for a response when it comes to Wack 100. A lot of people are getting on Gillie's ass about not responding. Some people thought maybe he would respond on his $1 million worth of game podcast. I think that would be amateur. You know what I mean? Why would Gillie have a guest on the show and then waste that guest's time to actually talk about another situation? That's not how it's going to go down. First of all, I believe at this point, Gillie doesn't even need to respond. At this point, I personally believe Gilly the Kid, Gilly the King, does not need to respond. Hassan Campbell has dragged Wack 100 through the mud. Guys, he done left Wack 100 hanging at the side of his vehicle. You know what I mean? Like on some crazy action movie type shit. Wack 100 right now is down for the count, you guys. Wack 100 is grasping at anything he can. As you saw last night, we were going over the story of Wack 100 bringing back up his issues with Jim Jones. A few days before that, Wack 100 was trying to flip the script. Wack 100 was trying to talk about Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. I'm sorry, Wack. Nobody wants to hear about you talking about all that shit when you're sending out shit saying that you're squeezing Gillie and Wallo and Nori. Nobody wants to hear that other shit. You done went against the cream of the crop when it comes to the people that we spend hours on end listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wack crossed a boundary right there. And he crossed a boundary that didn't need to be crossed because he had all of those men. He didn't need to say it. He did not need to say it. He had all of those men in his pocket. He did not need to say it. He had Jim Jones in his pocket, you guys. He had them all in his pocket. How did he have them in his pocket, Mikey T? He had the ability to reach out to them at any point in his career, ask them for a favor, and they're going to give it pretty much a 90% opportunity. You know what I mean? It's a lot different. It's a lot different from other people out there, you guys. Henry says Wack is the new Wendy Williams. If he can get a platform, to actually be Wendy Williams, I might agree with that. But at this point, you guys, Wack 100 cannot even start a successful YouTube channel. He cannot even start a successful podcast, you guys. That episode that he filmed, the audio quality was horrendous. Guys, share this video. Let's get 200 people in here. Let's go. We're about to have a lit live tonight. The Coolest Bully says he wants to sound like the man so bad. He wants to sound like the man so bad. Hey, man, it's kind of an addiction. You know what I mean? It's kind of an addiction, I imagine, when the game is watching, when Wack 100 is watching people like the game in front of him shine and shine and shine. You know what I'm saying? He's watching all the people around him shine, and it's like, damn. You know what I mean? When am I going to get this opportunity to actually be in the forefront? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people could probably see it from Wack's perspective. He wants to be more of a personality in the music industry. AML, champagne does not expire, bro. Oh, God. Martin V, what's popping with you, bro? Yup, Hassan is dragging Big U. He is, man. Lemon Cherry, what's up? What's up? What's popping with you, man? Man, my man Damon in here. Philly, don't get shook down. Major salute to everybody tapping in. Let me know what you're smoking. Let me know what you're rolling up. We're getting tonight's conversation started with Mysonne and Wack 100. That is our first topic of the day, you guys, on the night. So Hassan said, "My son, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. You threw shots at Hocus 4/5 because he was shouting me out and supporting me and tried to squash the beef with Wack." Interesting note from Hassan right there. Hocus 4/5 actually attempted to squash the beef with Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell. But Wack said, Hassan said, Wack, and Hassan. Hassan said, there is no squashing that beef. Wack tried to set me up. There is no squashing that. Hassan put that on the table, So at this point, the beef, they've attempted to squash the beef with Hassan Campbell and Wack 100. Hocus 4/5 was the one who actually tried to attempt to squash the beef. I need everybody to share this video. Let's go. Let's get 200 people in here. I am Mikey T, the movie star. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe right now, you guys. Appreciate everybody in the building tonight. Appreciate everybody for consistently tapping in. Let them know I'm the hottest new blogger on the scene. I'm going to out-talk. I'm going to outlast. I'm going to out-talk and outlast all these other bloggers, you guys. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about nothing but the real on this channel. You know what I'm saying? You don't get nothing but the real over here. Keeping it sticky. My man's rolling up some of that Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue. What it do? What it do? Marcus 42. Dallas is in the building. Main flow, what's popping, y'all? Appreciate everybody for tapping in. We ain't stopping, you guys. Let's get this thing going. So Hassan said, my son, let me talk to you. You threw shots at Hocus 4/5 because he's shouting me out. And he's supporting me. And he tried to squash the beef with Wack 100. But there's no squashing that beef. Wack tried to set me up. There is no squashing that. So there it goes for everybody that's been wondering. Like, has anybody actually attempted to squash this? Has anybody attempted to say, yo, stop this beef, you guys? We don't want y'all beefing. The answer to that question is simply Hocus 4/5. Major salute to Hocus 4/5, man. I be seeing he does this thing on YouTube, and you got to appreciate a dude putting himself in the middle like that and just asking for a little bit of sensibility. You know what I mean? Between these two guys, between these two major figures, these guys who are exposing a lot of information that a lot of people don't care to hear. You know what I mean? Gillie, Wallo, Nori, you think they want to hear themselves on all these different blogs where people are actually saying certain shit about them, and now it's getting twisted up in the public's eye? Nobody wants to be a part of that, probably besides 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? No, Adam 22 didn't even go to the podcast that Academics was suggesting, or that Wack 100 was suggesting with Academics, 6ix9ine, and Hassan Campbell. As you noticed, all that one was a four-man podcast. So Hassan said, and everybody shared this video, man. Share this video, y'all. Anybody that's aware, that knows what's going on, the mayor called you out. He called all of you out. He just didn't use your name. I'm starting to notice this. Hassan Campbell loves to assume that people are talking about him. People are using his phrases. People are, dissing his enemies. Hassan really likes to assume a lot of that. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know what type of person that is offhand. You know what I mean? But he just assumes everything going around has to do with him. Like this major news story. I'm not trying to take a shot at Hassan here. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it as real as I can on here. I mean, Hassan went on his YouTube page and said that Young Thug was actually taking ideas from him and shit like that. Who knows? Maybe Young Thug is a Hassan Campbell fan. You know what I mean? That's not too far off the possibility of the realm of things. I think a lot of celebrities are watching Hassan Campbell. You know what I mean? But to just think that everything and every predicament has to do with you, you know what I mean? It's kind of self centered in a way, So it's like, come on, man. All these dudes, Young Thug, and now you know what I mean? Now we got this whole situation with the mayor talking about the protesters. Now you're saying that's Mysonne. There are so many other people out there protesting. There are so many other people out there speaking, you know what I mean? Doing things. You know what I'm saying? I've seen China Mac doing a lot of it. I've been seeing other people he's worked with and put on his platform. So it's not just Mysonne. I don't get why just because it fits, just because the puzzle, just if you jam it in, you know what I mean? If you jam that shit in, Hassan, the puzzle piece is going to fit. You know what I mean? But to me, it just seems a little bit off. And like I said, that's no disrespect to Hassan. You know what I mean? I'm just giving my perspective. You know what I mean? Unbiased perspective. I kind of give you guys angles from everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I'm just being real on that one, because I had heard Hassan speaking about Young Thug, and I was just kind of like, it's a little off. It's a little off, man. But like I'm saying, like even if you knew he was listening to you for a fact, maybe it'd be a different thing. Mika says, I don't hear nobody talking like Hassan. Yeah, I was just keeping it real, man. Everybody share this video. Some people probably logged out because I was keeping it a little too real. They were probably just like, oh, Mikey T is another Hassan D rider. Sorry, I'm not trying to ride none of these guys. I've been blogging for 15 years. You know what I mean? I've been doing this shit for 15 years. I'm not trying to ride anybody else. I'm just here giving my perspective. You know what I mean? I've been buying albums since a lot of these guys were probably in ninth grade, 10th grade. You know what I mean? Skipping class and shit like that. You know what I mean? We're buying albums before anybody of these dudes exist. It's called having a perspective and an opinion on the music. Yeah, they're talking about what's popping with you, Jamarcus. Appreciate you for tapping in. I need everybody to share this video. We need 300 people in here tonight. You know why? Because we keep it 300 over here. Why do we keep it 300? You guys might be asking yourself, why do they keep it 300 over here? Because of, well, I mean, shit. This is why we keep it 300.
Lil Durk on rock with Mikey T, the movie star. You already know you're rocking, man. 300. On rock with Mikey T, the movie star. You already know you're rocking, man. 300.
All right, there we go. We got 300 people in the live because this channel right here. Actually, yo, Chase Moolah, appreciate you for tapping in. The content king, baby. The content king. You did it, baby. Mikey T. 7 videos in a short week. You did it, baby. Jadakiss voice. Henry, appreciate you. Yo, cool out, Jimmy. Cool out, Jimmy. Cool out, bro. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. Had to always add in a little bit of comment, a little extra talking for y'all. So, but instead, so my academics, Hassan Campbell is saying here, instead of responding to the people that are dissing him for marching, but instead you want to respond to the drama that's going on with me and Wack. What happened? You didn't handle Wack the way I handled him. So you got jealous and now you want to talk? He treated you like a little boy. You couldn't bring New York back. I brought New York back. I brought the whole East Coast back. I got the title back. I got our respect back. This is something that Hassan Campbell has been saying for the past few weeks. You know what I mean? He said that he is the one who restored the honor in the East Coast. When all of our major artists were getting popping and running to the South, when all of our major artists were getting popping and running to LA, a new guy had to step up. A new leader had to emerge. Hassan Campbell came out of the shadows. Hassan Campbell stepped up from the back. You remember that shit that they said? Started in the back, but now we in the front. Started out with nothing. And now he's on here with 15,000 live viewers. Like he's in a stadium. Like he is a professional basketball, wrestling, soccer, whatever, a professional sports company putting on live shows. I'll give it to him. He stepped up for the East Coast. Somebody needed to step up for the East Coast since 50 Cent made Candy Shop. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needed to step up for the East Coast since 50 Cent decided he wanted to follow up Get Rich or Die Trying with Candy Shop. But now he wants to make a show called The Massacre. All right. Because I remember The Massacre from Candy Shop, not the beef with the game. Just being real. Yo, what's poppin'? Share this video, everybody. Appreciate you for tapping in. Boom. Salute. Okay, peace. Yeah, I had to say that, bro. I had to say that. I'm the blogger. None of these other bloggers met Scott Storch and told, yeah, you probably did. You probably met Scott Storch. All right. Some of you bloggers probably met Scott Storch, but none of you bloggers went up to Scott Storch, told Scott Storch, yo, you know you ruined 50 Cent's career. How did I ruin 50 Cent's career? When you made Candy Shop. When you gave 50 Cent Candy Shop, you ruined his career. Sir, sure, it sold 1 million in a week. Sure, it sold 1 million records in a week, but you ultimately ruined his career. You ultimately ruined his career because it was the most corny record. And then Scott Storch got on the phone a few minutes later. Somebody must have asked him, how's your day going, Scott? And he was like, my day was going pretty good until I found out that I made the most corny record of all time. I was just keeping it real. You know what I mean? 50 making Candy Shop, it must have thrown a lot of y'all off. Yeah, Scott is a legend. And we took on a major friendship after that. And we took on a major friendship after that, you guys. I was around Scott's for a few years after that until I decided to leave the label. Talk your shit, Mikey. Talk your shit. That's all we on over here. Share this video. Let's get 300 people in here, man. Let's get 300 people. You know, I'm comfortable with 3. Word, it should have went to game. You're hilarious, Iceberg. Yeah, but Cordero, I'm saying more like in regard to the Massacre being considered like a beef album. You know what I mean? I consider that 50's more commercial album coming off of Get Rich. But Cordero says, and I read out both sides of the comments, y'all, because we don't be hating over here. You know what I mean? We can have both good and bad opinions about artists. You know what I mean? I love Power of the Dollar. I'm not a big fan of Candy Shop. You know what I mean? Game. The Game's career. You know, like just because some people say the documentary was his biggest shit, look what he's done with the Doctor's Advocate and LAX. Look what he did on his own. On his own, he actually maintained a career. You know what I'm saying? Yes, RI-13. I remember before the Massacre too. You know what I mean? I remember before the Massacre too. But when I finally, and this is my first time meeting Scott Storch too, you guys. That was my first time meeting him. That's how you know I'm the rawest blogger out here. Any other blogger that would have met Scott Storch would have been kissing his ass. I'm sorry to say. Any other blogger would have been like bowing down. Oh, bro, man, you made Naughty Girl for Beyonce. Da, 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 da. You made the Snoop Dogg. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Let's be real out here. Let's be real out here. I remember meeting Ja Rule, and Ja Rule was like, oh, Mikey T's here. That's a crazy mother. You know what I mean? But that's another story. Let's get back into the topic, though. Let's get back into the topic, though, because Hassan, I got into that because Hassan was pretty much breaking down how he is bringing back the East Coast. You couldn't bring New York back, referring to Mysonne. I brought New York, the whole East Coast back, got the title back, got our respect back. Hassan went and let everyone know where he's from. You forgot where I'm from? You forgot where I'm from? You forgot I'm from Bronx River? Y'all forgot I'm from 174th, coming from the Soundview section when the Bronx was the Bronx? Well, I don't know any other blogger that talks heavy like this, you guys. I don't know any other blogger that talks heavy like this. Let's go. Hassan said, my son, the streets, the people that are woke don't respect you anymore. I'm not your enemy. But then again, I guess I am. I guess I am the enemy because you hate me so much because I saw through your lies and I shined that light. At this point in time, Hassan Campbell has 5,000 people, 4,000 people watching him on live. And he is shining that light, as he says, but he's not shining it in a really positive way. You know, a lot of people would say, you know what I mean? A lot of people would say, oh, getting that look, getting that look is actually a miracle. But the way that Hassan Campbell gives you that look, it's kind of Jordan Peele. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that new movie Nope. It's kind of like a bad miracle, as they say. I just actually was seeing that trailer today for the new movie from Jordan Peele, Nope. And they said in the trailer, they're like, what's the opposite of, like, what's a bad miracle? What's the opposite of a miracle? You know what I mean? When you get mentioned on the Breakfast Club, when you get mentioned on $1 Million Worth of Game, you know what I mean? Or by Hassan Campbell, you know, it's like a miracle. You know what I mean? Your followers are gonna shoot up. You're gonna get all types of recognition. Hell, academics shot up over, I think it was either 20,000 subscribers or 120,000 subscribers. I can't remember if he was at 280 or 380, if anybody in the chat knows, but now he's at 400 plus thousand subscribers. You know what I mean? So when you actually get these guys, like what I'm saying, you know what I mean? When I'm saying when you get mentioned on the Breakfast Club, it could be a miracle. Or you could be the donkey of the day and you could get made fun of for the next year. Everybody's going to remember that. It's a bad miracle, as Jordan Peele would say. Oh shit, Bobby Digital. That's interesting because I was looking that up after I heard it in the trailer. You know, that was a big thing in the trailer. Like, what's the opposite of a miracle? Bobby Digital says a curse is the opposite of a miracle. Now we're talking about some real shit on here. Now we're talking about some real shit on here. The views should really start to pick up now. They're like, oh, Mikey T's on that woke shit. Mikey T's woke. But let's get back to this here. Hassan said, my son, the streets, the people that are woke don't respect you anymore. Hassan explained departing from Mysonne after obviously building a little bit with him. Like I said, in one of these videos that Hassan actually played, Mysonne was speaking, with the big speakerphone and shit, and Hassan Campbell was right there filming. As I said a little bit earlier, Hassan Campbell actually, you know what I mean? He was making his name back then, you know what I mean? By getting the opportunity to be around these guys, being around Mysonne and whoever else from New York would get you some hits. Hassan said, "Hey, Mysonne, you will go down in history as the biggest fraud ever. You are a fraud. Hey, yo, mice, where you at? Y'all got fat while the people was starving." Wow. That's some 50 Cent shit right there. That's what 50 said, right? Y'all got fat while I starved. That was 50, right, you guys? Speaking of 50. Well, I was starving while you was getting fat off a candy shop. How about that? I was starving while you was disco infernoing. Nah, because 50 switched it up by his second album. Almost kind of like Ja Rule switched it up on Rule 336. Running with them Queens boys. Salute to all my homies in Queens. King of New York. Share this video, everybody. Let's go. Let's get 300 people in here, you guys. Let's go. Roosevelt, what's popping? Appreciate you, Dre Ski. Major salute, Dre Ski. Christopher Walken. Sticks and Stones was popping, bro. 50 Cent is the future. Great, great, great tape. What up, Kalisto? I hope I'm saying that right, bro. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. Appreciate everybody for tapping in here. You know what I'm saying? I seen Hassan was calling himself the People's Room or the People's Channel, the People's Champ. He was using that rock thing. So I'm going to go back to what Ab called me. I'm the voice of the voiceless. That makes a whole lot more respect for me, even though I wanted to do that thing where I was like, the People's Champ. Hassan can have it. That's all you, Hassan. Even though you better start doing that. You better start doing it. It's cooking. You better start doing that since I'm giving you the title. Since I'm giving you the title, y'all, you better start doing that. Cardi, yes, I was talking to Ab and Dark Low. Roosevelt, major salute for you tapping in tonight, bro. But yeah, let's get back to it here. So Hassan is like, "Hey, my son, you will go down in history as the biggest fraud ever. You are a fraud. Hey, yo, mice, where you at? Y'all got fat while the people was starving." Hassan kept going, though, guys. He wasn't done. Hey, yo, mice. Hey, yo, my son. Where you at? Right, right. Instead of using your voice, you get aggravated. You get irritated. Because Hassan Campbell is just, for some reason, he's viral. All over the internet. You mad. You mad because everybody's saying my name? And you're big mad because a dude who sits behind a desk has more power when I press play. You mad because you out there Hummer stunting and everybody sees through you. Wow. I mean, I actually thought that Mysonne was probably at the best point of his career. I had started to notice that Mysonne had actually started getting a lot more reception once he had started doing these type of engagements rather than trying to push his rap career. When he was trying to push his rap career, when he came home, it was going unmentioned. You know what I mean? A lot of people wouldn't mention it. A lot of people, because the sound of music was changing as well. You know what I mean? The way people took music in was changing as well. My son got taking out of his element at the wrong time. When he went to jail is when he was really supposed to start doing his thing. Major salute, YK. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. Major salute, Kimo Savi. Everybody share this video. Let's go. Let's go. What up? What up? Yeah, yeah. What's popping with you? Appreciate you for tapping in. On point says, my son is insane. He loves to get arrested for the cameras. Yeah, you know, in a lot of these, I mean, I've never really been a part of too many protests, you guys, so it's not like I saw people actually getting arrested in the middle of protests. But I mean, shit, you know, in movies all the time, you see how protesting will lead to getting arrested. And a lot of the times during a protest, that will be their objective to a certain degree to actually get arrested so that the newspaper will then report about it so they can make their stance, you know, that so they can get their agenda out there as far as what they're trying to do. Major salute. Alicia's in the building. Yep. Bobby Digital pointing out a little bit of my son's career. My son went to jail right after he made some waves with Chris Lighty and the Violator compilations. Yeah, it was the wrong time, you know, because at that point, the music industry was what he needed. You know what I mean? At that point in time, the music industry was actually ripe and ready for him to take over or to take a bite out of, however you want the phrase to go. You know, it was the opportunity was there for my son. But when you get locked up, you come home, shit is unpredictable. Like what's going on with Max B right now. You know, Max B had that sound. You know what I mean? Max B had that sound before he got locked up. You know what I mean? A lot of people are wondering, will Max B have the same vibe when he comes home? Will Max B's vibe transition to what is today? Now, we've seen French try to keep Max B's head up or Max B in tune with what's going on in the past, you know, putting him on records with The Weeknd and all types of shit. Hell yeah, being a part of Violator back then was a movie. Absolutely. Tapping in, tapping in. What up, Chase? Appreciate you tapping in from Camden County. Major salute to New Jersey in the building. Yeah, I agree with you, Brian. Thanks for the comment, bro. Rest in peace to Stacks. The game would have been completely different. Yep, YK. See what I'm saying? I don't just stay on one side with it. YK says, salute to my son for staying the same. My son is not the sucker. Yeah, and I think we're about to get into the one part that Hassan brought up of Whack 100 dragging him. So Hassan is like, you get irritated because Hassan Campbell is just for some reason he's viral all over the internet. You mad because everybody's saying my name, and you big mad because a dude who sit behind a desk has more power when I press play. You mad because you out there Hummer stunting and everyone sees through you. The streets don't respect you. The streets don't respect you. You will go down in history as the biggest fraud ever. Everybody sees through you. You and Wack, Hassan went in because Hassan went in a little bit earlier saying that Wack dragged my son. But here he just goes in, you know, he goes in right now. Basically, Whack 100 and my son were going at it, and now my son is refusing to really go back and forth with him. So Hassan is like, you and Whack had your time to beef. Whack dragged you all over. Whack dragged you all over that Clubhouse app. He dragged you all over it. You were shaky bakey. I'm done with you, mice. You got to understand something, my son. Hocus 45th doesn't have any business talking to you. You know why? You know why? He said, Hocus 45th doesn't have any business talking to you. You know why? Because Hocus 45th is on the other side of the line. Hocus 45th is on the other side of the line. There is a line. There is a line that's drawn in the sandbox. And you have been abducted into the matrix. And you are not with us. You are Agent Smith. Hilarious. So the guy got abducted. He's in the matrix now. Now he's Agent Smith. The shit Hassan comes up with, man. The shit Hassan comes up with, it is damn hilarious. You are Agent Smith, and Hocus knows that, but he's still trying to hold on to an old friendship and the bond. We understand that you are bought and paid for. So let's look at that right there. Hocus 45th, Hocus 45th actually showing love to Mysonne. I mean, speaking from the perspective of a blogger, I would have to imagine that he's going to keep every single relationship open that he can. I imagine that he was going to keep every single relationship open that he can. You know what I mean? Having Mysonne on your show is going to draw in numbers, especially if you have a built-in relationship with him to the point where he's just ultimately comfortable talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the day, Mysonne would have done an interview with me like that. This day and age, Mysonne doesn't want to talk to me for nothing. Doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. But a guy like this, a Hocus 45th, he actually has Mysonne's ear. Mysonne would sit with him, join him on the computer, join him on the phone, join him on a live video. So for Hassan to question that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't think Hassan would be questioning that knowing who he is. You know what I mean? Sure, they have a friendship, they have a bond, they connect. That's why they would do a podcast together. So Hassan made a crazy statement about Mysonne and Tupac as well that we're going to get into. Jeez, you really gotta bring up Pac in this situation. You are Agent Smith. You got taken into the Matrix. Oh yeah, YK. I know about the fact that Hassan and Mysonne have a well-respected relationship. Hell, Hassan was there filming. Hassan was there filming Mysonne at certain points when he was out doing his shit. He was out there standing. I don't doubt that they had a relationship. It's just that they outgrew their relationship. It looks like Hassan Campbell was making promises to people before he blew up as big as he became. Once he blew up as big as he got, he realized, I don't need anybody. I am the magnet. I am the talking machine. I'm what everybody's coming to see. Why do I need to sidetrack that by putting another person on my show? Now, a podcast idea with him and Wack would have been another story. That would have been just something major for both of them to just spitball ideas off of each other for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That would have been an amazing podcast. And it would have been another lane for Hassan Campbell. Just my opinion, though. 6ix9ine Army is in here, you guys. The 6ix9ine Army is in here. Holy shit. Who would have thought? 6ix9ine doesn't have the guts to tap into my live video. I'll tell you that much. 6ix9ine just likes to use all the guys with big channels that'll let him use them. You know what I mean? Like he tried to use Gillie, but Gillie shut it down. You know what I mean? Gillie shut that shit down. You know what I mean? But that's why I was shocked that Hassan did it. You know what I mean? That's why I was shocked that he did that interview. I would have thought that Hassan would have followed the same road that Gillie paved. Yo, Takashi Goon Squad. Okay. Okay, the Takashi Goon Squad is in here. Now we got, they're in here. I'm about to put this in the link. I want everybody to check out my new interview with 10 Toes Down. I'm putting it up in the link right now. I'm pinning it. Whoever drops a comment on my interview with 10 Toes Down, I will follow you back on Instagram. I'll follow you back on YouTube. So whoever here checks that out, drops a comment, that'd be dope. Oh shit. The 6ix9ine Army is heavy in here, you guys. The 6ix9ine Army is heavy in here tonight. Let's see if I got, no, I don't even got these pictures saved. Yeah, Alicia, who would have thought? Who would have thought they'd be in here so heavy tonight? No, we ain't blocking anybody unless they do anything outrageous. You know what I mean? What up, Shotgun? Still focused. What's popping with you, man? Damn. Damn, they're all in here tonight, you guys. They're all in here tonight, Adam. That shit's crazy. Never. Never. But let's get into this, you guys. So when they sat up there, oh, this is crazy. So Hassan said when they sat up there and let Tamika Mallory perform at the Grammys, and you was at the after party watching her perform when you was the rapper? When you was the rapper? Give it up. Just throw your rap career in the garbage. Now, throw your activism career in the garbage too, because you're not coming off like Tupac. You tried. You almost had it, but there was something different. I was the glitch in your matrix. You were the glitch. Doesn't really work, Hassan. Doesn't really work when you tell people that you were a glitch in their life. They really never understand that. I tried to tell that to a girl one time. She had broken up with her boyfriend. I had broken up with my girlfriend. I was like, yo, we're meeting each other. It's like a glitch. It's like a glitch. What was happening? It screen glitched. We both ended up together. She wasn't feeling that. Got me somewhere for a few days, but she wasn't really feeling that. So Hassan, I don't think the whole glitch thing is really going to work out for you there. He's a Matrix guy, obviously. You know, Agent Smith got abducted in the Matrix. Someone just put him in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? But really, what's getting me here is when he was saying you was a rapper, just throw your rap career in the garbage. You was at the after party watching her perform when you was the rapper. You know, it's just that sounds crazy as well. It's like, you know, it sounds like it just sounds like some more self-centered shit. In all honesty, it's like you got to give your queen an opportunity to shine. You know what I mean? You got to give your woman, you got to give your significant other, or you got to give somebody that you look on up highly to in your life the opportunity to shine. It's not always supposed to be about you just because you're the man in the relationship. So that's where I'll differ on that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just always be thinking it's like the men that lead the relationship, and it's really a 50-50 thing. You know what I mean? So for guys to be getting all caught up, embarrassed about their women leading them in relationships, that's just like some emotional ass shit that I don't agree with. You got to let your woman shine too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, yeah, it did make Mysonne look bad. The fact that he was on there filming, looking like a cameraman. I mean, this is a guy who potentially was supposed to blow up at one point in time. You know what I mean? Still a guy who's getting a whole lot of streams and views on the internet, you know, but now he's kind of looking crazy. But you got to support the people that are in your life. And, you know, like you can't be like that to being like, oh no, this is the way it's supposed to be. And the man's supposed to provide for the woman, this, that, and the third. It's like, no, that we're in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? It's not like back in the 1970s anymore. You know what I mean? Where the woman would take a step back, you know what I mean? And just support, you know what I mean? Behind every man is a good woman. You know what I'm saying? I say standing beside every man is a good woman. Never mind that behind type shit. But I'm just being real. But I'm just being real, man. What are you talking about, man? Don't hit me with that shit, man. Women are leading the world right now, too. Don't hit me with that shit, man. Miss me with that shit, man. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. It's not about wearing the pants, Adam. You know what I mean? It's not about wearing the pants. I mean, some people out there can have that type of situation. You're like, all right, I'm going to go to work every day and my wife is going to stay home and sleep in bed and she's going to make the food and this, that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can have that little 1950s relationship if you want. You know what I mean? But people are progressive. You know what I mean? Women are executives just like men. I'm just being real, Bobby. Yo, man, you is out of here, dude. I don't ever want to see you in another one of my lives, bro. Peace up out of here. Dudes being here. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna be like every other person, just saying, oh, my woman could follow me. That man, look, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Ashanti, Jennifer Lopez. You kidding me right now? Talking about that type of shit. We got women out there making 100 million. We got women out there, you know what I'm saying, leading the cause, man. James Bond. It's it's 2022. It's 2022, not the 40s. Let's update it, man. If no other blogger is saying it, that's why I'm saying it, you guys. If no other blogger is saying it, believe me, I love that type of lifestyle as well, where you just take care of the woman in all facets of life. I love that shit too. But if your woman wants to go up, wake up every day and be an executive, you know what I'm saying? If your woman is going to be in the Olympics, perform at the Grammys, star in movies, come on, man. Oh, oh, let me get this little punk. Let me get this little punk out of here too. Yeah, man. Women billionaires. Yeah, we just on some different shit tonight, Bobby. Yo, Port. I just seen that shit. I just seen that shit. J Electronica. But I'm gonna check it out tomorrow, man. But I'm just gonna check it out tomorrow. Yo, what's poppin'? This is all my people. Salute. Yeah, man. People like this is a progressive era, and this is a progressive channel. You know what I'm saying? So get out of my channel with all that shit, man. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to be on that shit. You know what I mean? I'm a realist here, man. That's how I was raised. You know what I mean? That's how I was raised. But yeah, let's see where we're at with this, man. Because he was telling this crazy story about Tamika Mallory actually performing. So he said, just throw your rap career in the garbage. And now throw your activism career in the garbage too, because you're not coming off like Tupac. That's Hassan Campbell telling Mysonne, you're not coming off like Tupac. You tried, you almost had it, but there was something different. I was the glitch in the system. I was the glitch in your matrix. So Hassan ended it off. Get your hand out of my pocket. You got your hand caught in the cookie jar. Forgive me if I expose you, and you will forever go down in history as a creep. We don't respect you in the streets. We don't respect you. Everyone that knows what's going on knows you're a paid activist. Y'all got millions in donations and did nothing for the community. That's crazy. I'm not really all too sure about what Hassan is saying there as far as Mysonne and all them getting millions and shit like that. You know what I mean? Mysonne being a paid activist. You know what I'm saying? Saying all this shit, you know what I mean? It's really kind of cutting deep. Really wondering how Mysonne is going to respond, given the fact that Hassan actually did this in front of, quite a few people, you guys. He was doing this in front of 4,000 live people. I imagine Mysonne is going to be responding to this. Like in the chat, my guy just said J Electronica going at Wack 100. I wonder if it was a Clubhouse episode or if it was a new podcast. You know what I mean? Or did they get Did J Electronica have to go on the 100 show? Damn. Clarissa says, my son charges schools to speak to kids. Pac visited kids out of love. Now, right there, that probably is what goes into what Hassan was saying. He said, because you're not coming off like Tupac. You tried, you almost had it, but there was something different. So he legitimately says that Hassan was trying to come off like a Tupac. That really hit me right there. You know what I mean? Now, I know a lot of people say Hassan does his fair share of comparing people to Tupac. People get compared to Tupac on various levels, whether it's their levels of compassion or their levels of, revolutionary shit or their levels of gangsta music, with his Suge Knight Death Row era. People get compared to Tupac in various forms. Now, my son getting compared to Tupac here. I see what Clarissa said in there. Pac doing shit for free. My son charging. Again, I don't know about what people charge to do certain things. You know what I mean? Now, if my son's getting paid for his speaking engagements, I don't find there to be anything wrong with that. I mean, shit, we've heard Obama, Bill Clinton, these presidential figures, these guys are getting paid hundreds of thousands to do speeches from what I've read and what I've been told. You know what I'm saying? When you work your way up, you're going to expect to get something in exchange for it, but a lot of people want to go talk to the kids. A lot of people want to talk to inmates to inspire them. You know what I mean? A lot of people are already getting big sums of money when they actually go and talk to these kids. Yo, Donald, what's popping with you, man? Playboy hustler, but their speech is motivational. You can't charge the lost one. Yeah, that's why I was saying, bro. A lot of these artists, like you see different artists, they make a point to go to, different boys shelters to talk to the guys, talk to people that are locked up, talk to the less fortunate, you know what I mean, group homes, type of shit like that. They want to talk to these people to try to inspire more out of their life, you know what I mean, to make them take the shit a little bit more serious and realize that just because they're in that situation, it doesn't mean all their opportunity is gone. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Oh my God. Take your Far Rock wannabe ass out of here, man. I was in Far Rocks shooting music videos with Chinks Drugs when you were probably in grade school, bro. I was in Far Rock planted with my feet on the ground when you was probably drinking out of a bottle in your mama's crib. What? I was in Far Rock surrounded by 100 goons. And you log into my chat with the name Far Rock. I was driving to Far Rock before you even put together $1 to pay for your own vehicle. I was driving to Far Rock before you could even afford a subway token, kid. Never mind a car. You couldn't even afford a subway token. When I was in Far Rock, 6ix9ine drill music. Get them, Mikey T. I don't step on these kids, man. I'm the blogger. I'm the hottest blogger out. I'm the only blogger that's been to Rick Ross's house. All these other bloggers talking about my experience. That's why Hassan Campbell says he has more power sitting in front of his desk. That's why Hassan Campbell says he has more power than Mysonne sitting in front of his desk. That's why these rappers are scared. Rest in peace, Stacks Bundles. Hell yeah, rest in peace, Stack. Sorry, I just had to go in, man. Dude claiming Far Rock. Man, I was driving to Far Rock. I was driving to Far Rock when your mom was warming up your bottle. Appreciate you for tapping in. Mikey T is on fire. Let's go. Yes, you're the man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I light up on here, man. Let a hater pop in. Let a hater pop in. I was by them project buildings in Far Rock, putting my shit on the line to film Chinks. When Chinks was hitting my DM, Mikey T, I just got out of jail. We need to work together. That was me. Nobody else believed in Chinks. They didn't believe in him to go do that shit, apparently. Dude's is an hour away. I'm 4 hours away. Rest in peace, my bro Chinks. Rest in peace, my bro Chinks. Y'all think it's a game? Let me show y'all something. Let me see if I got it. Let me see if I got it. Like Lil Durk said, remember this shit when he's at the top.
You see my nigga Durk? Nah, you know he turned the fuck up, man. 2014, top of the year.
What? What? What?
All real niggas, Cold Boy OTL. Shout my nigga Money King, y'all know he rockin', man.
You know what I'm saying? Shot Town.
Real niggas for life, you already know how we rockin'. Shout Rondo, Nunu, French.
Paranoid.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
World Star, we taking over 2014, man. Just remember I said that. Real nigga shit.
You know what I'm saying? We just did the Paranoid remix video. My nigga Dirk, Rose, Puff, Jada. You know what I'm saying?
Turn up.
My nigga Meek was in the building. Khaled. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
We out here, man. Young niggas be getting it. You know what I'm saying? Fat shout to your baby moms. Fuck with her, for sure.
Hey, shout out for
sure.
too, man. Hey, just remember this interview when I said we gonna be on top, feel me?
Mikey T.
Hey, just remember this interview when I said we gonna be on top, feel me?
Mikey T.
When I said we gonna be on top. Hey, just remember this interview when I said we gonna be on top, feel me?
Mikey T, the porno star, my motherfucking nigga.
Real nigga.
Shout my nigga Mikey T, the movie star. You know what I'm saying? We come from the bottom. My niggas with me in the projects. My first video, he came out shot in the projects with me.
Salute.
Killers.
Real cracker. No, I'm just playing.
Dirk is hilarious, man. But you heard him back in 2014, and that wasn't even the first time I entered. That was the third time I actually linked up with him. First time I linked up with him was right here for everybody that's just tuning in. This is the first joint I did with Dirk.
Lil Durk on rock with Mikey T, the movie star. You already know you're rocking, man. 300. Rock with Mikey T, the movie star. You already know you're rocking, man. 300.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like a lot of these other bloggers, you know, Chinks told me I was the first one that came to Far Rock and shot his full music video. Yeah, some of the other guys shot videos with Stack Bundles. You know how it is. People would go to the hood to link up with Stack Bundles, not Chinks. I went there to link up with Chinks. I keep it real. Appreciate you, Alicia, for the super sticker. Let me see what that sticker looks like. What's that, like a superhero flying or some shit? Appreciate everybody for tapping in. We got to get into the next topic, though. We got to get into the main top. Well, actually, so Hassan Campbell was told by academics that he didn't call him the greatest YouTuber. Remember that? Academics actually denied that. So Hassan actually played some audio. Ack said and this is what Ack said. Academics said 6ix9ine said, I found the hottest YouTuber. So right there on audio, it was actually 6ix9ine who was referring to Hassan Campbell as the hottest YouTuber. He was actually referring to Hassan Campbell, and that's what put them all onto it. Apparently, 6ix9ine had said that he wasn't even watching academic shit anymore. He wasn't even watching academic shit anymore, and that he just actually started watching Hassan's shit, I guess, is what he was pretty much saying. So that quote wasn't actually from academics. That quote was actually from 6ix9ine, that Act was the best. But I know y'all are in here. You guys want to talk about Gilly the Kid. I want to talk about Gilly the Kid. You know, I kind of think it's bullshit that Gilly gets mentioned in one line. Gilly gets mentioned in one line on these audio tapes, because that's all I've heard so far is the one line mentioned Gilly, Wallo, and Nori. And now the whole internet world is blowing up saying that Gilly has to make a response. You know, let me see if I can get that line that was actually in question. So Wack actually said this. Excuse me. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, views are going up. I see they're saying Mikey T's talking crazy in here. They must be out there saying Mikey T's talking crazy in here. That's what they must be doing. What's up, Jason? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate all the super chats. Thank you, Alicia. Appreciate that $10 super chat. That's what keeps me here doing this shit on the real. You know what I mean? Let everybody showing me love and shit like that. You know what I mean? Soon enough, I'll have that whole studio together, the whole podcast look. But that's coming in the future. You know what I mean? Right now, we on our YouTube shit. Soon enough, that'll come. We ain't rushing nothing, man. Right now, I'm Max B. Right now, I'm Max B. Right now, I'm 50 Cent in the G Unit mixtape era. We ain't need to be on all that industry shit. We on the straight up, you know what I mean? We on that straight up gangster shit right now. You know what I mean? The 50 G Unit mixtapes, the Max B Coke Wave mixtapes. We out here getting that independent money. Industry money, that'll come in the future. Damn, man, I hate when these blunts unravel. But let's get into it, man, because I know a lot of people on here want to talk about Gilly. We just made it through. We just made it through. We just literally made it through the Mysonne topic, which was actually pretty crazy. You know what I mean? We don't talk about activism too much on the channel, you know, but and it just kind of sucks to be actually talking about it tonight, but it's almost in a negative light with, you know, Hassan telling Mysonne that he just should pretty much quit his activism career as well as his rap career, which sucks. You know what I mean? I mean, because I look at it like, yo, my son is doing the best in his career right now. My son is doing better than he ever did before. Why would he stop? Doesn't make any sense to me. But I mean, shit, every day people tell me I should stop, so I get it. You know what I mean? Every day people are like, yo, Mikey T, you might as well stop, this, that, and the third. So I can understand why they're telling dude to stop as well. You know, my son's at the best part of his career. People are jealous. You know what I mean? Best part of his career, people are jealous. He's arguably more popular than he ever was. Maybe some people do disagree about that. But let's get into this statement. I'm sorry, I'm just rolling up. What's everybody smoking? Let me know. Oh, yo, the squad channel. The squad channel. I'm smoking on that Sunday driver. I had that one time or two. Whoa, chill out, bro. Chill out. We don't use language like that in the chat. You got to keep it respectful in the chat. You know what I mean? Just don't use none of that gross language in the chat, you guys. I'd appreciate it. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Chosen One is blazing on that purple runts. What up, Rose? Yeah, we got some trolls in here tonight. That's good, though. The trolls actually mess with me. 6ix9ine's army actually messes with me. You know what I mean? They actually mess with me more than 6ix9ine probably. That's why they're in here. They're like, oh, we can't get no 6ix9ine. We're going to take some Mikey T tonight. It is what it is. Alicia's blazing on some of that gelato and peanut butter. We're going to get into the topic. Just let me get a little smoke in my lungs, you guys. Get a little smoke in my lungs so we can get going on this next portion of the topic. Adam, that's hilarious. My man Seca's smoking on that Zaza. 47 Theory says Wack 100 is the homie. Salute to you, 47 Theory. Appreciate you for tapping in. Alicia's gonna burn for you, Adam. Damn, this Runts is blazing, y'all. This Runts is blazing, y'all. People think I'm capping too. They're like, Mikey's capping. Mikey's capping. I don't know why somebody would get upset with me for smoking on some good weed. Damn, boy. We doing good. We doing good on this side. We really are, though. We're doing good on this side. What up? What up, Grease? What's popping with your Grease? Yeah, they just all pro. Yeah, they just got to pretty much keep the conversation respectful, which they are seemingly doing. You know what I mean? Except for that one comment about the president. Chill out on that, guys. Just be kind of respectful in the chat. You know what I mean? Okay. I ain't heard of no Acapulco Gold in a few years, bro. I ain't heard about that since like my grandfather told me about that shit like before I even smoked. I'm like, what the hell are you even talking about? Are you trying to get me to smoke? I'm just playing with you. I started smoking after I found out my brother was smoking. Let's put up a poll. Let's get a poll up, you guys. I want to know who y'all are rocking with. 818 OG. 818 OG. That sounds cool, bro. I want to know who y'all are rocking with. Y'all got Mysonne. I just went over everything, you guys. Who do y'all got on this one? Do you guys got Mysonne or do you guys got Hassan Campbell? What do y'all think, man? Now, Hassan took a couple jabs at his non-existent rap career. I think Mysonne has pretty much put the brakes on his rap career and he's focusing on what is, what he's thriving in. What do y'all think? Rick, vote in the poll, brother. Shotgun says, I need some real super sour. I need some real. I just had some sour. It was cool. Not as good as the Runts, though. Actually, no, I didn't just have sour. I had sour 2 times ago. Last one I had was that Valley Vixen. I don't know if you was in here, Burger Fryer, when I was smoking on that Valley Vixen. Pretty good. Sour was better, though. And then this Runts is better than them all. Stagger Lee says, Hassan can't be more wrong. Yeah, Hassan, obviously, okay, you're going to tell a man to quit his rap career. I don't even really think he has I don't even really think he thinks he has a rap career anymore. But when you tell the man to step back from doing activism, when you tell a man to step back from doing something that he's obviously really invested in, you know what I mean? That's when some people are going to be like, okay, Hassan, I think you might be wrong on this one. My son is invested in what he's doing. My son is making an impact in what he's doing, whether he is charging for certain engagements, if he was getting paid for certain engagements. I don't really think that matters to a certain extent. You know what I mean? What matters at the end of the day is the message. You know what I mean? everybody in this life has to make a living somehow. You know what I mean? We're going to get into that in just a little bit. I mean, Big U had quite a few things to say about Hassan Campbell's Patreon. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at it from every aspect. You know what I'm saying? People need to be led. You know what I'm saying? People need to be inspired, but also people need to be paid. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be able to make it to these speaking engagements if you don't have gasoline in your car, if you don't have a place to sleep, if you don't have food in your belly. Let's just be realistic about all these things. You know what I mean? I mean, we're not talking about Bill Gates or Steve Jobs running around and doing speaking engagements. We're talking about, we're talking about people who need to make a living. But that's just another point I was making, y'all. You know what I mean? I try to give my opinions on certain things. Maybe sometimes y'all think the opinions suck. Maybe sometimes you agree with them. You know what I mean? I caught a lot of hell just because I was saying a relationship is 50-50. You know what I'm saying? I catch hell from some things I say, I guess. James Bond, cat gotta eat. Gary Payton. Yeah, Gary Payton is definitely cool. Gary Payton is definitely cool. I just haven't found one. What is your Harlem Nights? What is your Gary Payton testing at, bro? Because I really just haven't found a Gary Payton that's testing at more than like 18, 19%. So I really haven't been all that interested in buying it. The Runts is only 21%, about 21.7%, but it just hits amazing. Like the taste is absolutely amazing. What up, Bobby? Appreciate you, man, for rocking in the chat tonight. But we got some shit to get into, right? So Wack spoke on Gillie. Now, when we say he spoke on Gillie, if there wasn't that much speaking. And now this whole extorting, squeezing, you know what I mean? Any of the whatever name you want to give it, it gets kind of explained by Big U's niece here, who actually dives back into the fact that Gilly the Kid had a relationship with Big U. And this could be a reason that Wack 100 is taking shots at him. So Wack said this in the release tapes. He said, Gillie and Wallo and the dude on Drink Champs, I squeeze them when I want to because they know they got to come out here. You know what I'm saying? Our dudes that are right there, we already got our shit. That's all we need, them dudes, is 150% Wack what we doing. I'll call Adam right now. Hassan is coming out. That's it. Authentic. The rest of them is going to be like, the rest of them is going to do dump trucks. I didn't really understand what that last term meant. Maybe kind of like the rest of them is going to fall in line, you know? But so the one line that we're really looking at in particular here is Gillie and Wallo and the dude on Drink Champs. I squeeze them when I want to. Inaccurate, first of all. Inaccurate line, first of all. You squeeze Nori when you want to. Nori wasn't on your podcast. Nori didn't come on your show. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess if you want to say that you squeezed Gillie and Wallo to come on your show, that the audio was messed up on, you know, if that's what you want to say. But also another point of this is the fact that we just saw Wack 100 on Drink Champs, right? It's not like we saw Wack 100 on Drink Champs by himself. It's not like we saw Wack 100 bring any artist. Because of the fact that the game was on Drink Champs, it has nothing to do with Wack 100. Game being on Drink Champs specifically has to do with the game's career. Oh, shit. That Italian Ice, 24-26. Do you guys see what I'm saying, though? Like, do you guys get what I'm saying there with that, though? So, Big U's niece is really the one who broke this whole thing down. Big U's niece is really the one who broke this thing down. She said it looks like he's releasing new audio after every 4 to 5 days. He just released the audio 3 days ago. So another 2 to 3 days and we should have more, is pretty much what Big U's niece was assuming. She also said if you pay attention to the audio, you can tell the conversation was before the Super Bowl, because he told him to come to the Super Bowl party and he was about to shoot the video with Kanye West in the game. He was smart. I mean, I really don't see what the point, if anybody in the chat could tell me what point is it about the timing of the Super Bowl? Like, what does that matter? You know what I mean? What does that matter, you guys, that the audio was recorded before the Super Bowl? Because, I mean, it's obvious it was recorded before the Super Bowl because of the fact that Wack 100 said, yo, come to a Super Bowl party. Okay. But what is the, you know what I mean? What is the factor? What is the factor that matters when it comes to it having happened before the Super Bowl? You know, like, well, I'm failing to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really failing to understand that. That's hilarious, Clarissa. Elgin says, I guess he is out of audio now. He says he's not out of audio. He says he has a few more things to release, probably a couple other things that he doesn't want to release out of respect. You know, we're going to have to wait and see. You know, I'm thinking today it's like they don't really have anything on Gillie right there. You know what I mean? Everyone is talking about extorting, squeezing. Gillie needs to respond. What does Gillie need to respond to here, you guys? The man didn't really say much of anything. He didn't really say much of anything, you know? And in all honesty, what artist has Wack ever brought to $1 million worth of game? Let's wait. Did Wack 100 get academics on $1 million worth of game? He probably did. He probably did, actually. You know what I mean? He actually probably did. He might have helped that whole situation come out. But please, anybody in the chat, I'm quite certain Blueface has never been on $1 million worth of game. What artist has Wack 100 extorted Gillie, Wallo, Nori? Somebody name me an artist that he squeezed them into getting on their show. There's none. There's none. If he's considering getting academics on $1 million worth of game, an extortion tactic, a squeezing tactic, he's out of his mind. Having academics on $1 million worth of game, all that did was solidify $1 million worth of game. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. When you gave them a pure opportunity, maybe they owe you one now, right? They owe you one, but they're not bringing dude who nobody knows on their show. Point blank, period. Blueface did not get his own $1 million worth of game episode, though, did he? Let me see, did he? Oh, yeah. Blueface and who? I'll let you answer that. And who? After the and who already had his own episode? Exactly. And I don't care. You know what I mean? Let dudes come for me. Obviously, I can get out here. I think I'm better. I think I'm better at doing this than they are, to be 100% honest with you. So for anybody to give me a little bit of shine and give me a little bit of attention, they don't want to do that. They don't want to give shine and attention to somebody who can jump on a camera and hold an audience for 3 hours. They don't want to do that. These guys can barely hold an audience for 13 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do that. They don't want me to shine. They ain't gonna do that, man. They ain't gonna do that. I'll be on here. I think some of y'all forgot. But there's a lot of new faces in here. Anybody that's not subscribed, make sure you subscribe right now to the channel. We about to be going crazy on this whole internet tip, man. You guys are in tune with the A channel. This is the A channel. The A channel, you guys. This is not the B channel. This is not the C channel. This is the A channel, y'all. Y'all are dealing with the A team right now. Mikey T is on the A team. Yup. Stagger Lee, appreciate you for tapping in. Now, maybe I was semi-wrong about the Blueface thing, but in reality, let's be real. Did Drink Champs say feature in the Game and Wack 100? No. But $1 million worth of game definitely says Blueface and Wack 100. It's a ratings ploy, you guys. It's a ratings ploy. I don't really want to get into it. You know what I mean? Because it should be completely obvious to everybody why they attached Wack 100's name to that. Should be completely obvious to everybody why Blueface wasn't on $1 million worth of game by himself. You know what I mean? It's completely obvious. What up, LXC? Appreciate you for tapping in. Major salute. What's everybody thinking in the chat? As far as the poll goes? Who y'all rocking with? We only got 59 votes. I need another 200 people to vote in the poll, you guys. Who y'all rocking with? Hassan Campbell or Mysonne, y'all? Who is Blueface? Blueface blew up. He had a really dope record, but he didn't have a follow-up. He had that record called Tatiana, the joint where he's talking about busted down Tatiana. It became like a major viral hit. Shotgun says Wack wants to be the center of attention. Bad. Wack wants to be the center of attention. Bad. Hey, he's gotten it. He is the center of attention. I've got to say he's really got the hold over the news even more than the game. You know what I mean? The Game's album is being overlooked right now for the Wack 100 news. But let's get into this, man. So Big U's niece said that Hassan was very smart for not coming. The clip was brought up about Wack speaking with Hassan about Adam 22 and doing an interview in LA. He also brought up squeezing and extorting Nori, Gillie, and Wallo. So Big U's niece actually explained why Wack 100 went in on Gillie and Wallo. Now, I've done a few different interviews with Gillie. I've seen interviews with Gillie where he spoke on Big U being his connection when it comes to Cali. You know what I mean? So it's obvious that they have a relationship. You know what I mean? It's obvious that they have a relationship. And that's one of the key things about what Big U's niece is saying here. So I want you guys to remember that, the fact that they have a relationship. So Big U's niece said, Big U has been friends with Gilly and Wallo for years. Big U has been friends with Gilly and Wallo for years. Something we all know. We all know that. Like I said, we've heard Gilly say it multiple occasions. Big U has been friends with Gilly and Wallo for years. In the way that I look at it, if it's F Big U, you only being friends with these guys because those are his friends. Very, very typical Very typical way of trying to get at somebody right there, you guys. Now that is a angle that I don't think many people have looked at to explain this situation with Gilly and Wack 100. That goes back to pretty much the second time that these guys met on camera. Wack 100 started pulling Gilly's chain. You know what I mean? He started poking at Gilly, poking at the bear. You know what I mean? Bringing up things that a normal a normal personality wouldn't bring up, you guys. Like, let's just be real. A normal personality wouldn't actually bring up these things in front of Gilly. Um, like all the altercation with Birdman, the altercation with Beanie Siegel that happened in front of Birdman. A normal person wouldn't really bring these situations up. It's almost as bad as what they're accusing, like what they're saying with Hassan with the recording. It's like, what? You're mad that dude recorded you saying all this shit. You literally went on your podcast and you said, you know what I mean? You literally went on your podcast and called this man out on getting in a brawl with Beanie Siegel in front of Birdman. You know what I mean? You done exposed your private conversation on the air of your podcast. My bad, you guys. My bad. East Coast stick together. Damn. That is the savage comment of the night. In the infamous words of my guy Aaron Riff, the savage line of the night. My son charges his friends to show up to the barbecue. What? I like it. I like it. Yo, MF, you need to change your name so I can put your comments up, bro, on the reel. I just don't want to put your name up on there with your comments because of the fact that you know what your name is. Be respectful. I'm not saying you're not being respectful, but I want to be respectful to the YouTube community and shit. Guys, I'm changing the poll. I'm changing the poll, you guys. Favorite podcast of the two? Drink Champs or $1 Million? Or $1 million worth of game? I'm asking y'all in the chat right now, which was your favorite of the two podcasts? And we're going to get back into the topic, though. DC, Drink Champs, baby. My guy Elgin says, I've seen Mysonne a couple times. I used to live on 136 West, 170th Street between Nelson and Plimpston. Yeah, Sticks and Stones. I agree with you 100%. So listen, you guys. Big U's niece said, Big U has been friends with Gilly and Wallo for years. In the way I look at it, she said, in the way I look at it, if it's F Big U, you're only being friends with these guys because those are his friends. That's how I look at it. Why are you going to go be friends with people who are friends with another person you don't like. It's like I'm going to get him on my platform and show the world I'm cool with Gilly, and maybe Big U won't be cool with Gilly. Now, the only part that I disagree with that is the fact that Whack 100 did not bring Gilly the Kid on his platform to quote unquote be cool. Now, although Gilly and Wallo were doing all the product placement, they were talking about all the products, Ray J's, sunglasses. I mentioned those sunglasses more times than I like to on the show. I'm going to need them to send over a pair of those sunglasses so I can wear them during this stream. I talk about them so much. But you know, so look at this right here. She's saying that they've been friends for years, and the way that she looks at it is that if he F's with Big U, you're only being friends with these guys because those are his friends. But he's saying he wanted to bring Gilly on the show to sort of, show Big U, show Big U I'm with these guys. And then a lot of times, you know how it is. You know how it is a lot of times. If you're friends with my enemies, don't consider us friends. Back in the day, G Unit used to be about that. I mean, that's what we saw happen with the Game and 50 Cent. That's what we saw happen with Young Buck and 50 Cent, I believe. Maybe not so much. I think Buck was literally just running around saying FG Unit. That was the case there. Everybody vote in the poll right now, though. Favorite podcast, hit that link in the description. Check out my interview with 10 Toes Down, speaking about Hassan Campbell buying jewelry on Fordham Road. We're really digging into this topic right here. The Whack 100 quote unquote squeeze. Whack 100 squeezes Gilly the Kid over Big U? Could that be it? Could that be it? Could Whack 100 be trying to humiliate Gilly because he has a relationship with Big U? Because that's what he's doing on his show. He didn't bring him on the show to big him up. He didn't bring him on the show to make it look like they were cool from what I watched. You know what I'm saying? From what I watched, it really looked like Gillie and Wallo, they left mid-interview. Scheduling, obviously, you know what I mean? But it was also an embarrassing sight, the way that he was treating his guests, the way that he was treating his guest on the show. But, in Cali, they have a lot of politics. Back in the day, we saw it, when we were younger, a lot of artists, if you mess with my enemy, I'm not messing with you, period. And that kind of plays into this situation a little bit here. You know what I mean? If Wack was trying to bring Gilly in his vicinity to anger Big U, to make Big U go, oh, guy I've been looking out for forever. Now he's running with dude I don't like right now. That's kind of what the basis would probably be for thought in the mind, when seeing this. Maybe that's what Wack was trying to do. Oh, well, take your ass out of here, man. Take your ass out of here then, man. Lil Spaz, hit that link in my bio, bro. You got to go check it out. Shotgun Burger Fryer SBF says, I respect Mysonne. I respect Mysonne for what he does as well. You know what I mean? Giving up his rap career in a sense. You know what I mean? When he realized that what he's doing now is actually taking off to a certain extent. What up, would you, Tony? Appreciate you for tapping in. Right now, we're going over this topic. Basically, Big U's niece was saying she believes that Whack 100 was trying to make a play in his beef with Big U by making a relationship with Gilly the Kid and Wallo. I mean, that's what we've seen in the past. We've seen that type of shit play out in the past, in all different types of scenarios. I mean, shit, we've even seen that play out in probably our own lives. You know what I mean? When friends get pitted against one another, you know? I mean, shit, Big U has a show. Big U has a show. Now Wack has a show and he's got Big U's homies on the show. Maybe I'm reading into it. You know what I mean? I'm from Connecticut. Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much. But let's go, man. So Big U's niece said, so let's see. She said, that's how I look at it. Why are you going to go be friends with people who are friends with another person you don't like? You necessarily aren't. 9 times out of 10, you won't. It's like I'm going to go get him on my platform and show the world I'm cool with Gilly, and maybe Big U won't be cool with Gilly. That's a method right there, you guys. That's a calculated method right there, you guys. That's a calculated method that a lot of people will do to break apart friendships. I mean, shit. It could have went really bad for Moneybagg Yo, you guys. It could have went extremely bad for Moneybagg Yo, and I bet you no other blogger is going to give this example. I bet you no other blogger will give this example. But I hope this shows y'all how invested I am in this shit. Now, the situation that this reminds me of is when Moneybagg Yo put his career on the line. Moneybagg Yo put his career on the line when he went and he was an emerging artist and he paid for the Young Dolph feature. Young Dolph had turned down CMG. Young Dolph had turned down Yo Gotti. So what does that mean, you guys? It means Yo Gotti's eyes were obviously on Young Dolph. So anybody right now that puts themselves next to Young Dolph, you are going to get in the vision of Yo Gotti. So that makes Young Dolph's feature at that point worth that much more. So Yo Gotti going in and paying Dolph whatever, 7, 6, 5,000. I think Dolph actually paid Gucci 7,000 for the feature. I don't know the actual number on Moneybagg Yo paying Dolph, but it had to have been a paid feature. After he did that, Young Dolph didn't even matter. Yo Gotti fell in love with Moneybagg Yo, y'all. And their relationship blossomed from there. But it could have went totally wrong. It could have went totally wrong, you guys, from Yo Gotti seeing Moneybagg Yo working with Young Dolph. Yo Gotti could have said, oh, he wants to work with my enemy? Just like in the situation with Big U, seeing Gillie working with Wack. Oh, you want to work with my enemy? I'll never work with you again. That's how it can go. And we would have never heard of Moneybagg Yo. You know what I mean? We would have never heard of Moneybagg Yo. I mean, it's just so happens that in Gillie and Big U situation, they've actually both got really big platforms right now. Alicia, appreciate that. What's that super sticker? Let me check that out. Also, everybody vote in the poll right now. Make sure you vote in the poll. What's your favorite podcast? Drink Champs or $1 Million Worth of Game? Alicia, appreciate that. You are amazing. I'm going to light up some runts to that. Elgin, that's why I was saying, bro, I respect Mysonne for putting down the mic. You know what I mean? And focusing on what he is getting the most reaction from. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like say you you found what you were really good at. You had a job, but then you found something else that you were really extremely good at. And you don't even like your job. I mean, you really like your job, you know what I mean? But you found this shit that you are really good at. You know what I mean? And it's making you money or it's making you opportunity. You're going to go with that. Major love to Nebraska. Major salute to Nebraska. What's up? What's popping in Nebraska? You got to let them know about Mikey T, the movie star out there in Nebraska, man. Appreciate that. And thank you, Alicia. Appreciate that. Let me see where we're at with this because we got a couple big U quotes in here as well. But I mean, shit, I'm gonna have to say, Big U's niece is really explaining this to me better than I've heard anybody else. Because, like I said, Gillie has not spoke on this. Wallo has not spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? So to get a little bit more insight like that, not actually something I thought of. Didn't really register with me the fact that Gillie's relationship with Big U is what Whack 100 could be playing on. He could be playing on that. Or it could just be the fact that Gillie's famous as hell and he wants to use him right now. Either or. Yup. SBF, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Check in, way better than 100 ENT. You know, WorldStar gave him a dope platform. It's like another thing right there, like how they could be working together. You know what I mean? There's another one right there. Whack 100 could have had 2 podcasts already. He could have had the one with Hassan and he could have had one with Big U, but I don't know what's going on with this dude. I'm actually going to try to take a look at the video, you guys, and see what was the issues with Whack 100 and Big U, but that's obviously not what we're talking about tonight. Big U's niece actually addressed the Gillie situation. Hassan Campbell went off on Mysonne, telling him you're not Tupac. Jesus, man. Man, when you got to get told that you're not Tupac, you just got to say to yourself, how did Ja Rule feel about that? What up, would you, man? What's popping, would you? Look, what's popping? Would you see? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Need everybody to share this video. I'll tell you what, we get 300 people in here tonight, you guys. We get 300 people in here again, you guys, and we will bring in live callers, y'all. I'll bring in some live callers. Share this video if you rock with the channel. Also, vote in the poll right now. Well, Tyson, did you log in a little bit late, bro? What's going on with you, bro? Did you log in a little bit late? He actually said you was almost as good as Tupac, but you messed it up. Alicia, did I still not light up from when you sent that in? My bad. I just appreciate the super sticker. Appreciate anybody who sends in super chats. Remember, if you send in a super chat, be sure to send a question with it. Your questions don't even have to pertain to the topics. What's up? What's up? No Rap Podcast, No Rap Cat Podcast in the building. New Orleans tapping in. Sorry, bro. Stagger Lee. Hassan jewelry made foil and dipped in glitter. Yo, hit that link that's pinned up right now if you want to see my interview with 10 Toes Down actually speaking on Hassan Campbell and Fordham Road. Nori, capital third letter C. Now, this is making me think my man C voted for $1 million worth of game. Everybody vote in the poll right now if you haven't voted. Capital third letter C says Nori is drunk before the show starts sometimes. It's a dope show most times, though. So that's kind of making me think that you voted for $1 million worth of game, bro. Everybody vote in the poll. Right now, the results are pretty close. We're pretty close, so every vote counts, you guys. We only have 65 votes, so we can fit another 100, 130 votes in there. Need everybody to vote in the poll right now. What up, Jess? Appreciate you for tapping in. So favorite podcast of the two, and we're going Drink Champs with Nori and EFN, or $1 million worth of game with Gilly and Wallo. I want to know what y'all think. Right now, Drink Champs is leading with 56% to $1 million worth of game with 44%. So everybody vote in the poll right now. If you haven't, public service announcement, I am smoking some runts tonight. James Bond says Drink Champs, hands down. Damn, capital third letter. He said, nah, I still went Drink Champs, though they both had some classics. Nah, I didn't see that, dude. Dennis, $1 million was when I first ever heard of Wack. Damn. I actually, when did I first hear of Wack? I guess when I first saw Wack, I guess it would have to be the DJ Khaled interview, maybe. No, DJ Khaled, excuse me. The DJ K Slay interview, the infamous DJ K Slay interview, where he freaked out on him. Hell yeah. I know you're in Cali. That's why you're on that OG Kush. Remember, everybody in here, share this video. We get 300 people in here. I'm going to bring in 10 people to the video. I'm going to bring in like 10 live callers. Tyson says, Wallo gives game. Nori don't, neither does EFN, bro. Tyson, it's EFN. What you mean? EFN kicks some game, bro. EFN kicks some great game. Nori keeps the conversation rolling, plus he introduces the topics. But EFN kicks game, yo. Plus he'll add in some crazy shit from time to time. Like, remember what EFN said to Wack when Wack was going in on Meek? He's like, sounds like you want to do celebrity boxing. Lil Spaz said, where you from, Lil Spaz? $1 million worth of game is more raw. Drink Champs is commercial. Well, yeah, Spaz. You know, Drink Champs actually made their way onto, you know, Drink Champs is actually on television now, you know. What you mean, SBF? That's not the premise of the show, though. You mean like it's a drinking show? You mean like the fact that they're usually just drinking a whole bunch of shit on the show? Yeah, EFN holds it down. You know, I really like his interaction with the guest too. Plus, he knows how to play the co-host role really well. You know what I mean? In that he knows how to play off of Nori. Sometimes Nori will make a mistake and he doesn't sugarcoat it. He will address the mistake. Sometimes Nori will flub up one of his words. EFN will, you know, like bring it to the table. A lot of other co-hosts are just yes men. You know what I mean? They're going to sit there. Everybody, all the viewers are going to notice the mistake. The co-host ain't going to notice it. It's like, come on. I give EFN respect for that shit too. The fact that him and Nori have that realistic relationship. What's television? Television, Revolt. I mean, I don't get Revolt on my TV. Like when I'm just I don't have the configuration up. That's an issue, Diddy. If Mikey T, the movie star, doesn't have Revolt, that's an issue, Diddy. I'm just saying. The hottest blogger, the hottest independent blogger. That's right. That's right. Independent blogger. Okay. If I don't have Revolt, that's a problem, Diddy. So you know, I'm expecting MTV's Cribs and Diddy to pop in, you know what I mean, and install that shit in my crib like tomorrow. Mikey T doesn't have Revolt. Oh, we need to get him the updated TV networks. What do you mean was supposed to be? Don't be supposed to be. Come on, man. Appreciate your thoughts, though. Real shit. So let's see. Let's get back into this here. So there was somebody interviewing Big U's niece, and he was like, but he say he can squeeze them anytime they want. And she replied, that's called extorting. He's in LA. When you saying you're going to squeeze someone, you're going to rob them. You fit into extort that dude. My question is, how can you extort Gillie? How can you extort Gilly the Kid? Gillie has even gone on his platform and said they're only bringing the A+ artists on the channel. A lot of people out there are talking this and that. Let me be real. You know I got love for Philly. You know I got love for Philly. But the reason Gillie didn't bring P&B Rock on is the same reason that he didn't bring Blueface on like that. You know what I mean? P&B Rock was actually on to a less extent than Blueface as well. P&B Rock, from my memory, got the opportunity to appear on $1 million worth of game because he was kicking it with King Von. Is my memory correct, you guys? I know this is a more recent statistic in hip hop, but I'm pretty sure at that point in time that King Von and P&B Rock, did they ever release a song? Yep. Yep. Well, it was a P&B Rock song, and it was called Rose Gold. That explains it to you right there why P&B Rock got an opportunity on the show. P&B Rock cooled down considerably. You know what I mean? P&B Rock cooled down considerably. Gillie and Wallo, they have Kodak Black on their show. They have Bobby Shmurda on their show. They have Young Thug on their show. You know what I'm saying? If an artist reaches that level of, if they reach that height of fame, they're going to be on $1 million worth of game. So how the hell can Wack 100 squeeze somebody to, you know what I mean, to get them on the show? You know what I mean? How the hell is that possible when I, at times, have also suggested people for Gillie to bring on $1 million worth of game? So you're telling me because you suggest somebody to be on $1 million worth of game, you're squeezing him? I told Gillie, I was like, yo, Gil, we need to get Jennifer Lopez on $1 million worth of game. That would make that shit go through the roof. I was like, you need to get J-Lo on the show. Dudes probably thought I was crazy. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking of $1 million worth of game going to the next level like Revolt did with Drink Champs. How do you do that? You get that type of celebrity, that type of artist on the show that is going to bring in a network to want to air your show. $1 million worth of game on E! News Channel sounding pretty good to me. A little bit of an urban reach on E! News Channel. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Okay, cool. I was right. Yep. All right. Dope. Yep. Facts. Tyson, has Gillie or Nori addressed the rumors yet? They don't have to address the rumors. You know what I mean? They don't have to address the rumors, you guys. What's the point of address? I know a lot of people are saying Gillie should respond. Gillie should make Wack look like a fool. From the last time I checked, Gillie's still following Wack 100 on social media. I would assume I should have seen if Gillie was following Wiz. I really should have checked, but I don't read into it that much. You know what I mean? I don't really read it into it that much. You know what I mean? Of who's following who back. Like if that's what you're really, following, then you're freaking lost. You know what I mean? There's some people out there who follow 0 people. What are you going to do then? You know what I mean? You're going to run your mind in circles all day about how you're going to get somebody to follow you? No, go out there and make your own achievements. Make them watch you. You know what I'm saying? That's what people have an opportunity to do. Wack 100 got that opportunity. And then he got all of these dope-ass podcasters to come and believe in his dream. Week later, he's caught on audio saying he could get them to do anything he wants them to do. It was obvious, yeah, you've got these guys at your beck and call. You can call them anytime you want. You know what I mean? Even with the relationship that I have with Gillie, you know what I mean? To the point where I've interviewed Gillie on multiple occasions. You know what I mean? Wack 100 could just hit him up like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he puts that in jeopardy. You must really have it good over there working on the Drillmatic album. It must be the documentary season over there with the game. What are you guys working on, the Doctor's Advocate? What's going on over there, man, for you to be throwing away these relationships? But like I said, Gillie's still following him on Instagram. But the bigger point is, who the hell is Wack 100 going to get on the $1 million worth of game? Who is Wack 100 going to get on Drink Champs with Nori? We saw Wack sit in. Wack sat in on the game's interview. Wack got an interview on $1 Million Worth of Game for Blueface by sitting in on the interview. Let's speak a fact. You know what I mean? It's not an interview question. Hey, Gilly, so you let Wack 100 come on the show with Blueface. How'd that whole thing work out, man? Why'd you guys let Blueface on the show so far past his popularity? Well, Mikey, that was actually Wack 100 actually asking me to do him a favor, man. He said he was trying to get some of them blue faces. You know what I mean? Because obviously the money's slown up when a rapper's got to go and start an OnlyFans page. You know what I mean? You go and it's like, back in the day, you would have G Unit calling all the girls up on the stage. Everybody, let's have all the girls come up on the stage and shake it. So then you'd have a whole line of girls up on the stage and then they'd walk out with them and shit like that. Blueface is like following that same type of style. You know what I mean? Except after that, he's like, yo, we can start a OnlyFans page together. You know, it is what it is. You know, he's getting money, I guess. He's getting money. Who is Max from Tracks NYC? Sitting or not, he was there. What are you talking about, Tyson? Elaborate, bro. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, bro. I was just talking about like 8 different things. You know what I mean? Do you guys be following me correctly when I be talking on here? Do you guys be following me correctly when I be talking on here? Who is a reputable jewel? Oh, Max from Tracks NYC. Iceberg, do I remind you of Max from Tracks NYC? And if Max from Tracks NYC sees this video, let me know what you think in the comment as well. Is there a YouTuber out there that looks like you, Max from Tracks NYC? Oh, well, maybe you'll comment again in 5 minutes. What are you laughing at, SBF? Guys, we got some more shit to get into, actually. So, Hassan said, after this live, I'll put the video, the full video. This is Big U's niece. Her and Wack 100 had a fallout. She is exposing everything. She's telling you the whole time when you seen Wack, Adam 22, Gillie, Wallo, I was supposed to be in the building with all of them. I didn't go. I mean, I kind of just believed it when you said it, Hassan, but all right. You know what I mean? I could totally believe. I don't think it's unbelievable for anybody on the internet, like all 20,000 people that watch your videos at one time. I don't think it's really that hard to believe that you are actually supposed to be Wack 100's co-host on his show or his podcast. I don't think that's actually hard to believe. Damn, Tyson says, I better not see Wack on Drink Champs or $1 Million Worth of Game again. Like I said, man, Gillie actually has not unfollowed Wack. Like, I'm not sure if he unfollowed Wiz. I don't really know if he was serious about that. Wiz has been posting a lot of videos, man, and he has been posting a lot more videos. And I was just kind of, you scroll by, you see a Wiz video, and you're like, oh shit, is Gillie following Wiz? Bernard, appreciate that, man. I seen you say, what are you talking about? But then you caught on. So that shows me something right there. But what were you saying? It's hard to believe. When you comment, sort of like comment what you're reacting to as well, so I could go into it. But let's get into this, man. So she's telling you the whole time when you seen Wack, Adam 22, Gillie, Wallo, I was supposed to be in the building with all of them. I didn't go. Everybody and their mother was telling me, yo, go out there. Go out there. Something in the pit of my stomach said something just ain't right. I knew something wasn't right with Wack from the jump. When Wack went out there and did the podcast, he said if Hassan Campbell starts a podcast, he gave me the biggest red flag. He gave me the biggest red flag that you can give any street dude. I know Cali is the home of, so I don't play with Cali. So I didn't go. Wack tried to, yeah, some of this shit right here gets a little crazy from Hassan. You know, he's always crazy on his videos, but I think he's overanalyzing it a little bit. I think Wack just wanted him to be there. I think Wack really just wanted it to be there, him to be there to be a part of his show. Like, so I don't know why Hassan is reading into it so much, you know, because I really just think that Wack actually wanted him to be a part of his show. Right, SBF? Tyson, yep. So he's right at Wiz and not Wack. Well, you know, I'm saying there's really only one line here. There's only one line. The man said that he could squeeze Gillie, Wallo, and Nori. What do you expect, Gillie, to make a 12-minute rant video about it? Gillie's too busy making major deals. And plus, Hassan cleaned it up. Hassan done swept Wack 100 under the rug. He's done, you guys. This dude's credibility is in the ground right now. His credibility is zilch. Nada. His credibility is gone, you guys. The fact that he is going to, you know, like talk about people from his own city like that to an East Coast guy? Come on, man. Us dudes on the East Coast aren't that stupid and we ain't that disrespectful. Two things about us over here, man. When we see somebody acting like that, we realize that a snake could bite you just as well. We realize that shit. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? 1995? Shit's crazy, man. What do you think this is? Not even 95. 95, everything started changing up. What do you think this is? 1994, 93? Come on, man. Get a grip. Get a grip. This lie. Yeah, Basil, I agree with you. This lie don't deserve Gillie's attention. I don't think Gillie needs to respond to this. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be hilarious if he does. But he doesn't need to because of the fact that Hassan already wiped him up. Why does Nori even need to respond? The dude just destroyed him. I just believe that. Whopper Jr. Whopper Jr. So I disagree with Gillie responding. You know what I mean? I kind of disagree with Gillie responding to this. It's already been handled. I know Hassan's homeboys. I know Hassan's homie, one of his good friends. And I already sent out the invitation for Hassan Campbell to jump in a live video. I actually was in Miami and Hassan Campbell's homie actually seen me at what's the spot called? I always used to remember the Wet Willie's. I was actually at Wet Willie's, on South Beach, and Hassan Campbell's homie was there, and he noticed me, and he was like, "Yo, Mikey T," he sent me over a couple drinks, and I was like, "What?" And then I went over and hollered at him. He told me who he was. He told me he was friends with Hassan Campbell. He told me he actually knew what I was doing. A few minutes later, we're chilling, we're vibing. A few minutes later, Hassan Campbell calls the dude up on the phone. So I actually he put me on the phone with Hassan Campbell. I let Hassan know a couple things that I was doing. I recently hit him up. I sent an open invitation for Hassan to come on the channel. So yeah, the open invitation is there through an actual friend of Hassan. Okay, 1 second. Sorry about that, you guys. A couple more notes here, though, to get into. So Hassan said, let's get to Big U. Instead of people helping me to fight them corny dudes, they trying to line me up. The first thing they did after I went in on Wack, they started going against me they started going against me. New Yorkers are supposed to be unified right now. This is the home of Pop Smoke. Ain't nothing cool about checking in. I'm never checking in. I'll get security. And when I check in, what am I supposed to do? Hit you up with 30,000? Check in. I'll get security. Yeah, pay that tax, 30 bands, half of your show. A lot of people don't even get that. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't getting 60,000 a show. You know what I mean? So what? You get 5 shows while you're in New York. You make $60,000, $70,000. You got to cash out 30,000 just to be cool. Damn, that sounds a whole lot more. You might as well go to the W Hotel. You know what I mean? For $400, $500 a night. Iceberg, fact check me on that. W Hotel, probably more than $500 a night. In Manhattan, I'm talking about. Well, that's one thing I would never actually do. You know what I mean? When I invited Hassan Campbell to come on the channel, I invited Hassan Campbell to come on the live on a separate night. I would never put 10 toes down and Hassan Campbell in the same live video. That's just not something that's not constructive. You know what I'm saying? I did an amazing interview with 10 toes down. I had put the invite out to Hassan Campbell as well, but I would not ever put 2 guys in a live together without their knowledge. That's not the way I do things here on my YouTube channel. That's why, when I was interviewing 10 Toes Down, I was interviewing 10 Toes Down. Compton Menace actually popped in, which was dope. I thought it was a good opportunity to make the introduction with 10 Toes Down and, you know what I mean, Compton Menace. That's just an opportunity. Compton Menace even said at the end, he's like, yo, make sure you holler at me. 10 Toes Down. He said, make sure you holler at me. I hope they get something cooking. I don't know if that's the general way that Toes really be doing shit on his channel, but I hope they get something cooking, man. Ooh, Tyson. Wallo, Gillie, and Nori should get on the podcast and dismantle Wack while they drink and smoke. Awesome. I like it. Could they, who else would they have on there? Would they need anybody else? Because I'm thinking, I don't know if Adam 22 would go, just because he probably wouldn't want to ruffle any feathers with Wack. I mean, Wack is a big guest on his show. I've seen Wack appear on there a few times. So let's get to Big U. Big U made a video about me. I don't know why he's playing with me. So Big U said, this is all I'm going to say. Catch me on YouTube. I think he might have been mocking Hassan Campbell there. I think he might have been mocking Hassan Campbell there, you guys. Big U is like, now I'm snitching. First, I can walk on water. Now I'm going to skate on the clouds. Y'all got to stop listening. You got to understand. Y'all got to understand. If somebody is so obsessed with another man, they talk about another man who does not talk about them. Now, he must be referring to himself because Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell are just going back and forth like crazy. So Hassan is like, we not just sitting up here talking about you. We talking about the fact that your man said he was getting Nipsey. Let's talk about the fact that he told you he wasn't going to go after the 30% of the estate. So now when you Google and look it up, Nipsey's same group sued him for 30% of the estate. Look it up. You were the big homie. Let's get to that. If you listen to him, he's beating around what the topic is. So Hassan just put something out there. I guess if you go look up that information, you could find that out easily from what Hassan Campbell's saying. He put Big U back on. Big U is like, I'm going to give you the whole story, but I'm going to stay positive. Y'all remember this if y'all talking about you. You ain't doing nothing. Hassan went in. You talking about if they ain't talking about nothing, you ain't doing nothing good. Your name is mud. You're being accused of one of the most heinous crimes you could do to a man that was a rapper that tried to bring the community together. And you talking about your name? This is why your name is coming up. You're not fooling nobody. Keep talking, big homie. Big U said, I heard y'all. What's the dude? Y'all spent $50,000 to listen to this man drop a tape with me saying something. So Big U was obviously reading into the videos. He was obviously watching all of Hassan's videos, man. He was obviously watching all of Hassan's videos to see him say, I got it on the Patreon. I'm going to put it on the Patreon. Y'all can go grab it on my Patreon. And Patreon is usually something where you're paying like $5, $6, $7, $8, $10. This man's doing like 20,000 live viewers. So Big U is doing the math in his head. Shit. If each one of them is paying $5, yes, bro, just cool out with him. Okay, Drink Champs. Drink Champs, vote in the poll, you guys. We got 94 votes. I need 100 more of y'all to vote in the poll right now. What's your favorite podcast? Drink Champs or $1 Million Worth the Game? J Real, Gillie has not spoken on these rants yet. But when he does, you know we're going to be talking about it. If he does. Because in my opinion, he doesn't really have to. You know, I kind of feel like if Hassan wasn't dragging his name through the mud, as Hassan says about Big U's name, I think maybe Gillie would have to say something. But right now, this is some of the worst publicity Wack 100 has ever gotten in his career. And honestly, if Gillie goes at Wack at this point, I really just kind of feel like it's kicking a man while he's down. Like this dude right now, Wack is like down for the count. He is grabbing at the ropes. You know what I'm saying? He is literally grabbing at the ropes, trying to find a story, something that's going to stick. That's why they were going in on Jim Jones the other night. That's why he's writing about Tory Lanez on his Instagram. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to find another story. But in all honesty, Wack, this is the story everybody's stuck on right now. Hassan Campbell putting you on blast. A month ago, 3 weeks ago, the story was Eminem in the game. You need to find another big, this is just my personal advice. You need to find another big hit. As bloggers, you know what I mean? As, content creators, I look at myself as an artist too. You're only, like they say with musicians, you're only as big as your last hit. With bloggers, you're only as big as your last video. You're only as big as your last blog. You know what I'm saying? So you got to come up with something else to get the people, back interested in you on a positive level. Because right now, man, it's all negative energy. And some old stories, you bringing up old stories of Jim Jones going over paperwork or wiretap conversations that are mad old, that's not going to work. You chiming in on the Megan Stallion situation with Tory Lanez, that's not going to work. You're not involved with that situation whatsoever. So it's less interesting to people. Basil says $1 million worth of game is inspirational. If you haven't voted in the poll, make sure you vote in the poll right now, you guys. Jay Real says, I agree. Gillie is bigger than that BS. Hit that like button, y'all. Make sure you vote in the poll, though. I need everybody to vote in the poll right now. What is your favorite podcast between Gilly the Kid and Wallo's $1 million worth of game? Nori and DJ EFN's Drink Champs. I want to know, what do y'all think? Everybody make sure to follow the official lobby girl, Bella K. Major salute to her. She actually just did a stand cover last month. If y'all want to check that out on her YouTube page, all you pretty much got to type in is Bella K stand. That'll come up on YouTube. Major salute. Let's hope. Appreciate you for tapping in. See Henny. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. Let's Hope says Drink Champs is more down to earth. Drink Champs is more down to earth. Huh. Interesting. Do you agree with that, Iceberg? Do you think Drink Champs is a more down to earth show than $1 million worth of game? What do you think, Alicia? Let's Hope is just rewatching that Bobby Shmurda episode over and over and over again, I bet. He's like, yo, this shit is lit, man. What are they doing? It's money. It's money. Basil says $1 million worth of game inspires, Drink Champs entertains. That's what's up. Damn, I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight for this live content, man. We got the dopest channel on YouTube. Robert says $1 million worth of game is more comedy than podcast. You see, everybody has their opinions. Alicia says, I only watch Drink Champs. Well, so what's your favorite drink then? If you only watch Drink Champs, you must be a drinker too then. SBF, that's actually more Gillie. That's actually more of Gillie's music than Wallo's music. Iceberg says, I think Nori should stop cutting people off, but needs to relax with the make some noise. BS. Nah, man, that ain't BS, man. That's what makes, every time you see a podcast and people start clapping, you're just like, yo, that's Drink Champ shit. Aside from me, when I be clapping when somebody sends in a super chat, or you know what I mean? Some Jay, yo, man, you see that run's got you. Jay Real says that interview that they did with Dirk was real as it gets. Love Wallo for doing what he did on that interview. Yeah. Even though Gillie clowned him a little bit on it in the recent days, that was hilarious though. How Gillie clowned Wallo in that one. I really enjoyed it. Oh, I love you. You don't even know them. Gilly's a genius with it. He really knows how to make a funny situation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He knows how to make a funny situation out of a viral moment. He's just a genius like that, and that's why he took over the game to a certain extent. You know what I mean? That's why he took over the game right now. That's why you got Joe Budden jumping on interviews and legitimately saying that Gilly is in the top 3 of all the podcasts. I mean, shit, Gilly really just got into this shit a few years ago. For his name to be up there with the top list of all the names, it's a major accomplishment, in my opinion. You know, the fact that his name is up there with all the legends now already of it. Alicia says, I'm on vodka and pink grape. I thought she said she's on it. She's like, I'm a vodka and pink grapefruit woman. I thought you were saying I'm on that vodka and pink grapefruit. Yo, Daniel, I don't stop. I don't stop with this shit. We never stop. LXC says, agreeing with Iceberg. LXC agreeing with Iceberg. Appreciate you for tapping in, LX. Nori never let someone finish a sentence. Yeah, he does, man. Come on, man. Stop capping on my man Nori. Yo, Stagger Lee. That's exactly what Academics said. Yo, it's a good point, Rob. It's a good point. I think Ric Flair was just on the podcast this week. Where's your Ciroc bottle? I'm more of a Hennessy guy, Iceberg. I'm more of a Hennessy guy. You know what I mean? I really be drinking Hennessy more, to be honest with you. Let me see if I got but I am gonna get some Ciroc because would they have the pineapple, Ciroc pineapple with the yellow bottom? Only Ciroc I really don't mess with is coconut. And that's only because I don't like coconut whatsoever. I had a bad experience when I was a kid. This one time I ran in the store. I actually had some money to get a Yoo-hoo. So I bought this. I was excited as hell. You know, I had like $1.25 to get some Yoo-hoo and shit. So I ran into the store. I grabbed the Yoo-hoo. I'm like, oh shit, this Yoo-hoo looks different than any of the other Yoo-hoos. I'm like, yo, this Yoo-hoo has a sweet case. I'm like, lit. Let's get this. Or whatever you were saying back in like 1995. You know what I mean? I'm like 8 years old getting a Yoo-hoo and shit. Or 7, something like that. So I walk up, go to the register, buy a Yoo-hoo, go back, get in my mom's car. And then I open the Yoo-hoo, drink the Yoo-hoo, and it was actually a coconut Yoo-hoo. And I was like, oh my God, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted in my life. And ever since then, I've never ate coconut. So that's, you know what I mean? Ever since then, I never mess with anything coconut. But that's not to say that I haven't had an experience or two with coconut Ciroc. Yo, we'd be in a nightclub and the Ciroc bottles come out and they just so happen to be the white bottom one. And you know when it's that white bottom, it's coconut. It's like, why couldn't you get the blue, the red? You know, when it's the white bottom, man, it's the damn coconut and you're in for something. Because I remember waking up the next day, you know what I mean, getting sick of all that. And coconut, just the worst, man. Just the worst. Nobody drinks Ciroc, bro. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? French vanilla, baby. That's the Ciroc we're going to be on. Someone's like, Mike, French vanilla is arguably just like coconut. We repping French Montana. I'm going to get a bottle of Ciroc French vanilla for my bro French Montana. I was on his album, damn it. I was on French's album. I don't know if any other bloggers have made it on any albums. Actually, Gillie and Wallo just joined me on that. Gillie and Wallo have joined me on that. And some girl was on Pop Smoke's album, so that's cool too. Yo, Dan, appreciate the comment, bro. Joe Budden podcast is way more informative with Ish and Ice. Oh, okay. So you're saying then Rory and Mal? That's what you're saying, Dan? All Pro says that liquor be getting me in trouble. What do you be drinking, All Pro? You should have put in there what you be drinking, bro. That's kind of what I'm asking a few people tonight. What you be drinking? I want to see if I got another quote from Big U in here though, before we wrap up on the topics though. Oh yeah. Big U was talking about y'all spent 50,000. 50,000. Go listen to this man drop a tape with me saying something. Ain't nobody, so Hassan replied to that, ain't nobody gave me $50,000. As a matter of fact, I'll screenshot my Patreon to show you my pattern went up a little bit. 50,000? You exaggerating. I'm not even getting 5,000 off my Patreon. A month matter of fact. But I'd be getting 5 to 6,000, or the most I might get is 5 to 6,000. Don't sit up there and lie about me getting 50,000. You're a liar. So he's trying to put something out there about Hassan Campbell. You know, I think a lot of people would have assumed just looking at the numbers that he was raking in some money like that. You know what I mean? And if he's not raking in 50,000 at this point, like I've said before, I see him getting a situation to where he makes more bread or whatever. YouTube isn't the end of the line, you know what I mean, for talented people in this industry. You know, there's big things out there for us that we can achieve. Okay. See, Henny says that Hennessy and Douce. I was actually thinking about grabbing some Douce. You know what I mean? I was thinking about grabbing some Douce, but a lot more of the stores around here just have Henny. Oh, man. Oh, man. Iceberg said, I ain't never seen nobody with that 50 effing liquor. Well, the black cherry was actually really good, man. The black cherry effing was actually really good. That's the only one I really like. I think they had a watermelon too, right? That was the green one. 50 did it a little bit different. He had like the label a little bit further up. You know what I mean? Diddy did it at the bottom. 50 did it right here, which I thought was cool. Alicia said, we do drink Ciroc. Basil says, Gilly and Wallo have good chemistry. Robert says, coconut 1800, that work. Dewart says, Nori's annoying, but I am too. Nori's a dope ass podcaster, though. You know what I mean? Even though if he like takes over the conversation a little bit, he really, you know what I mean? If Nori needs to get a conversation started, he does it. Sometimes it's a crazy conversation too that he be getting started. That's why Drink Champs is a great show. Nothing is off limits on Drink Champs to a certain extent. I learned that in some of the more recent episodes. Jeez. I mean, dude, they had Lamar Odom on there for crying out loud, but that was like last season. That was like last couple years ago. But yeah, all that behind the scenes stuff of Lamar Odom. So yeah, he pretty much denied it. Big U was suggesting that he was getting $50,000 off of the video. You know what I mean? Wouldn't be shocked if Hassan Campbell, does some major things in the near future. You know what I mean? Because where he's going to start to excel, and you're going to start to see it because he really is pretty open with everything on his YouTube page. It's just interesting to see where he's going to go. Obviously, Big U has his show. Wack 100 has his show in development. I mean, if I were to put up a poll about those three guys, that would be interesting. That'll be interesting. I think, okay, let's do it. I got another poll. Since we got 59% for Drink Champs, over 41% for $1 million worth of game, I've got another poll, you guys. I've got another poll for you guys. And then I'm going to light this back up and finish it because I got to roll up another Ella Runts. Remy Martin got that gangsta juice. Got that gangsta juice, he said. All right. Appreciate you for tapping in. Remy's good too. I remember actually I went and did this video up in up north New York. What was it called? I forget what it's called, but I went up north New York with my dude, Mr. I think his name was Mr. 187 actually. Yeah. And it was I forget what part of New York it was, but they was sipping Remy. It was dope. All right, you guys. I want to know who's the best YouTube personality. I'm putting up everybody that has been mentioned tonight. Everybody that is in the headline is going to be mentioned in this. Who is the best YouTube personality? I need y'all to let me know your opinion. All Pro said, when it's a dark night, I be on the Henny and Corona tweaking. Really, I've always thought you're supposed to drink one before the other. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna drink, what is it? Beer, liquor before. I guess you're supposed to drink the liquor first, right? You drink the liquor before the beer. I usually start with the beer, I guess. That's my problem then, I guess. I usually start with the lighter drink and then I stick with the heavy into the night. You know what I mean? Then I stick with the you know, the hard liquor during the night, I guess. Maybe that's my thing. Maybe that's my problem. See, Henny says Hassan Campbell, hands down. Hassan Campbell, hands down. Okay, I like it. I like it. Everybody vote in the chat right now. Everybody vote in the chat right now because Gilly the Kid is at 54% right now. Hassan Campbell is at 38%. Wack 100's at 7%. Supposed to be liquor then beer. Liquor then beer, then you're in the clear. I don't know about that, man. I thought it was liquor before beer, then you're in the clear. Alicia said 7% is too generous. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Star is great as well. Star is great as well. But what's everybody thinking in the poll right now? Wow. Gillie and Hassan Campbell are tied in the poll right now. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Gillie and Hassan are tied for 45% each in the poll. Wack 100, a distant third, 10%. Wack 100 is a... Whoa! Hassan Campbell has just leapt up. Vote in the poll, you guys. Vote in the poll, y'all. I guess I should have wrote Joe Budden instead of Big U. Not one person has voted for Big U. I just wanted to mention everybody that was mentioned in the headline, you know, with this, you know what I mean? These allegations of Wack 100 maybe having issues with Gillie's relationship with Big U. Don't know how that's all playing out. But that is what Big U's niece seems to think. I think it's an interesting suggestion. I definitely think it's an interesting suggestion right there. That you know what I mean? That Big U possibly his relationship with Gilly is something that Whack 100 wants to poke at, wants to be like, yo, I'm with your man. You know what I'm saying? I'm filming podcasts with your guy. Don't you have the show? Checking in? But I'm filming podcasts with your. Some things aren't even said. You can just feel the energy. You know what I mean? Sometimes when other people they don't know about that energy, like look at this, Whack 100 is now just revealing it because of this whole Hassan Campbell thing that he hasn't talked with Big U in 15 months. You know what I mean? You can say all that you want about politics and you would know something if you knew something, but we're talking about the music industry. You know what I mean? We're talking about the business, the music business, when somebody's dealing with somebody on a professional level. You know what I'm saying? And I guess now was just the opportune moment for Wack to reveal that he had issues and he wasn't seeing eye to eye with Big U because that was the first time that I heard about it. Well, he has a lot of interviews actually. He has quite a few interviews. You know, all you got to do is I believe World Star is actually showcasing his interviews if that whole thing isn't over with by now. What up, C. Henny? He says, C. Henny says, music industry equals the WWF. But yeah, we're going to bring it to some open questions. If anybody has any open questions tonight, I'm going to bring it to y'all. If anybody has anything that they want to ask tonight, let's do some open questions right now. So I'm going to plug in my phone. Just give me a second. Okay. Nice. Looks like we got some ganja in here too. Let's do some open questions. If anybody has anything they wanted to ask, definitely appreciate y'all tapping in on this live video tonight. Anybody has any questions, send it in. Or if you want to let me know what you're blazing on at this particular moment, you can let me know. London pound cake. Now you're smoking on some London pound cake? That's what's up. London pound cake. That's what's up. Randy says, Mikey, who goes harder, Beans or AR Rab? Well, Beanie Siegel actually has a feature that I love, you know, when he actually did that feature for Ghostface. You know what I mean? But overall, I mean, I'm going AR Rab 100% on that one, you guys. Everybody vote in the poll right now. If you haven't, everybody vote in the poll right now. If you haven't, All right, I got to put this down. All right, I got to put this down. This thing is done. Damn, you never heard no AR rap? Go listen. You can't really tell a female to listen to AR rap. Do you think young Chris gets his proper credit? I mean, I'm just saying, I'd be like telling a girl, I'm like, yeah, you got to go listen to AR Rap Dynasty. Go listen to AR Rap Many Men. Make sure you listen to that AR Rap Ether. You got to listen to the AR Rap Ether freestyle. Make sure you listen to the AR Rap Come For Me. Make sure you pop in No Smoke. Make sure you listen to Riviera Riding by AR Rap. You know what I'm saying? I just never really pictured myself saying that to a girl. Daniel says, do you think young Chris gets his proper credit? Do I think young Chris gets his proper credit? You know, young Chris was saddled with a group, a duo. You know what I mean? Young Chris was placed with Neef. You know, he was placed with Neef Bucks, as he went on to be known as. He was placed with Neef as a duo. You know what I mean? As being a part of a duo, they don't have as much success. They don't have as much success as a solo artist. Like, let's be real. Like, if we're being real, Mobb Deep had their time in the shine, but you know, it wasn't the same as 50 Cent. It wasn't the same as The Game. It wasn't the same as Juvenile. You know what I mean? Nelly. These guys that are solo talents, they get a little bit more opportunity, which is why you got to see more albums from Beanie Siegel. You got to see more albums from Memphis Bleak and more albums from, you know what I'm saying? From all these guys that were on the rock and they were solo artists. Although some we didn't see so albums from, but so does young Chris get his credit? I think Chris gets a lot of credit. You know, I mean, shit, one of the last times I talked to young Chris, he was working with Diddy. You know what I mean? Chris was actually working with Diddy at that point. So he's worked with Jay-Z. He's touring currently. He's also a part of the State Property. You know what I mean? So he's also a part of a major group, never mind the duo, kind of like how Dutch and Spade went from being in Major Figures to actually being in another duo setting. You know what I mean? Kind of interesting right there. Now, young Chris kind of took the next step further and went in as a solo artist. At one point, young Chris was actually signed to Rico Love. You know what I mean? That's when I actually got the chance to interview young Chris. When I met Rico Love and I went to young Chris's listening party, which he wasn't at the Circle House studio. Rico Love was presenting all the music that he had with young Chris. Chris couldn't be there. I would go on to meet Chris many months later. It was dope. We smoked together some strawberry cough. I remember. I gave Chris a blunt of some strawberry cough. We smoked. We did a classic interview. I got the chance to build with him at Circle House. You know, Basil, I got some runts. I don't know. What are y'all smoking on? And let me take a look at the poll if you haven't voted. We actually only got 39 votes in the poll. If you have to reopen the page, do that right now so you can vote in the poll, you guys, because I want to know who is the best YouTube personality. Right now, Hassan Campbell is leading with 49%. Gilly the Kid, second place, 44%. Wack 100, 8%. And Big U with 0%. Sorry, Big U. Please don't take no disrespect to that. I guess people just don't really know about what you're doing, or there's just not enough votes in here. But anybody got any open questions? This is your opportunity to send them in right now. Oi. I said that wrong for sure. Harry, who is your favorite beat maker? Who is your favorite beat maker? Huh. Who is my favorite beat maker? Off the top of my head. I mean, shit, no, the best beat maker of all time is Dr. Dre. Scott Storch is an honorable mention. You know what I mean? The fact that I actually got a chance to work with Scott Storch was an amazing opportunity. But Dr. Dre, yeah, I mean, because 2001, that album, like some of the beats on there are just shit that I still want to go back. And obviously the G-Funk era from the 90s and shit, the mid 90s and shit. The G-Funk era was dope. That music was just so much different. Dr. Dre for sure. Do says Swiss Beats. Alicia says strawberry cough is so delicious. Yeah, it is. I don't really like go out of my way to get it. You know what I mean? That was kind of one I was like, all right, I'll let this one go. But even if I would have had some OG, I would have blazed up OG with Young Christo. You know what I mean? Because we were going to work. You know what I mean? We were going to work. He gave me an opportunity to actually interview him. You know what I mean? He actually gave me some real good answers. I really appreciated that. After that interview, he showed me a lot of respect too. I remember at one point I was in Philly and right? And I hit Chris up. I was like, yo, Chris, what's good? I'm in Philly over at the studio. You want to do an interview? And he's like, boom. Just Blaze. J Real says Just Blaze versus Swiss Beats in a beat battle. Who you got winning? I'm going Swiss Beats. I'm going Swiss Beats on that one. Just Blaze is dope. You know what I mean? Just Blaze is dope. Somebody in the chat, give me what you think their top 3 records would be going against one another. Their top 3, or you know what I mean? What they would pit against one another. What do y'all think? Skilly Bang. Yeah, I've listened to Skilly Bang. A couple of my guys actually, put me on to Skilly Bang actually. Killer Demo, what's up? What's good, man? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. We had an interesting suggestion tonight of what the issues with Wack 100 with over Gilly the Kid. Were they over Big U? Were they over Gilly's prior relationship with Big U? Was Wack 100 trying to use a king like a pawn? Do you get what I'm saying? Was Wack 100 thinking he was going to use a king as one of his pawns? When you think that, you're thinking wrong. You know what I mean? You ain't going to use a king. You ain't going to use a king like that to put up a wall of deception. You know what I mean? When you put up your wall of pawns. You know what I'm talking about? We're talking about some chess right now, you guys. Yeah, that's not Gil. That's not Gil. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't call himself the king. He doesn't call him Gilly the King for nothing. Okay? Robert blazing on that lemon berry OG. Jeez. I never heard of it. But I would like to smoke it. You know what I mean? As long as it was at the dispensary and it was testing high. But I ain't going to lie. If that lemon berry OG at the dispensary was only testing like 14, 15, 16, 17%, even if it was testing 18%, I would not have my eye on it. If a bud is going to catch my eye in the dispensary, it needs to have a high percentage. And when I say a high percentage, it's got to be over 20. It's got to at least be over 20. You know what I mean? It's got to at least be over 20. And then that's only because I'm in Connecticut and we got the Massachusetts. I know in Cali, those percentages are a lot higher. I was watching some reviews. That's how I found it out. I was watching some reviews. They got strains that we got over here, and the strains that they got over there are like 32%. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? So you're telling me just because they're in Cali, they get 32%? I need everybody in here to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I'm wondering right now who's going to be my 58,800th subscriber, you guys. I'm 20 away. I'm 20 away from my 58,800th subscriber. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now, y'all. We're turning this shit up, man. I'm going to shout out my 58,800 subscribers. That's a really hard number to say. Oh, Alicia, I don't know if I'm answering that one. I don't know if I'm answering that one. That one, some questions you know what I mean, just can't answer. Some questions are super chat questions. All right, damn it, Alicia, I'm gonna give you this one. Alicia says, I asked before, but what was your favorite childhood cartoon? Mine was the Thundercats. I don't really remember the Thundercats off of the top of my head, to be 100% honest with you. Like, I really don't remember the Thundercats off the top of my head. My favorite cartoon as a kid growing up, Ren and Stimpy was pretty cool. You know what I mean? How one guy would always just be so pissed at the other guy. And then another one, I guess, was that I didn't really watch all the episodes of that, but that Pinky and the Brain shit would pop up sometimes. Cartoons. I didn't really watch too many cartoons. I was kind of outside at that point. You know what I mean? I was kind of outside running around and shit like that, running down to like the Ames store and shit like that back in the day. I would come in at like nighttime. But I get, so when would you would watch cartoons? When would you watch cartoons? Like at what age? So I was more of a wrestling dude too. But trying to think, cartoons like Ren and Stimpy, all that. But they weren't. A lot of the shows weren't actually cartoons. A lot of the shows were actually live shows with people in them and shit. But a lot of movies, you know what I mean? Because like back in like, I remember my brother took me to the Lion King movie. He like my brother, who's a director now, he made Slapface. He made a big deal about taking us to go see Lion King when we were younger and shit. And he was like trying to give us that feeling, you know what I mean, of what the real world was like. And you could go out and you could go to the movies and shit like that. But that's not the same thing, you know, watching Aladdin. I don't really, because Aladdin was sweet too. That movie, Aladdin, that was a movie, right? And then they made that bullshit second one. I don't know what it was, but something about me as a kid, I was just like, yo, why would they make this trash ass? Why would they make this trash ass sequel to Aladdin? But I never got to see it either. For some reason, I never got to see that sequel. Oh shit, Alicia. She's got me talking some crazy shit here on the stream. So she says, my last dono of the evening, another great stream. Thanks, Mikey T. The chat was awesome as well. Well, yeah, I hope I answered your question good enough. Because I'm not gonna say like the new shows. I mean, I guess you could obviously say South Park and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna say like the new shows like this Bob's Burgers and the what is it called, American Dads or something. My boy actually put me on to those. My boy actually put me onto those shows, and those are great shows now. Back then, I guess you had like maybe like Beavis and Butthead. You know what I'm saying? It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell when my dad would like, he at first he wouldn't let us watch me and my brother John. He would not let us. I need 20 more subscribers, you guys. If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now, y'all. Um, but yeah, then eventually my dad like started letting us watch. He would start watching Beavis and Butthead with us. But yeah, you know, my dad was actually in a wheelchair. Some of you guys might know that. Some of you guys might not know that. He was actually in a wheelchair my whole life. But he actually got a chance to see all three of his kids past the age of 18. That's something that I look highly upon. You know, the fact that he got in a wheelchair in like 1986. You know what I mean? He got in a wheelchair in 1986. He still carried on a relationship with my mom. He still ended up driving again. They all told him he wouldn't, nothing, you know what I mean? They were like, yeah, we don't know what's going to happen for you. You know, after you have a stroke, shit's pretty serious. My dad ended up living another 30 years after they told him they didn't know what was going to happen. And he got to see all of his kids, you know, actually be 18. So that's something I look on very highly about my dad and shit like that. You know what I mean? Just sort of explain that to you, just to be transparent, since I mentioned something in regard to that. Killer Demo. Yeah, my brother John was actually born in 86. My brother John was actually born in 86. And then I was born another 2 years later. And then my little brother was actually born in 93. But yeah, so yeah, my dad just, it was funny as hell because my dad actually connected a little bit with us over beef. He would like mimic them and shit. It was hilarious. Mono 1720. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Major salute. Oh yeah, that Johnny Bravo show. That Johnny Bravo. It was that a show? Johnny Bravo? I never, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even now, I don't like shows. My name is Mikey T, the movie star, you guys. You know what I'm saying? My name is Mikey T, the movie. I even got to explain this to some of my friends. My name is Mikey T, the movie star, y'all. I'm not big on shows. Now, some of the recent shows that I have liked, obviously, you know, King of Queens was amazing. You know what I mean? Two and a Half Men, Mike and Molly, all of those, I believe they have similar writers or something like that. All of those shows were really good. But also you know what I mean? I like some other shows caught me, like Bates Motel caught me. The Criminal Minds show caught me, you know what I mean? Even though it was a little bit gory. It's a little bit gory, you know what I mean? But I love horror films, so that's why it kind of worked. Plus, it was like just interested the hell out of you. You know what I mean? The fact that it was an hour-long show, so many crazy how they fired Aaron Hodgner after a while because he had an issue. Yup. KD. I just binge watched the whole Sopranos. Have not watched The Wire yet, though. I have not watched The Wire. Some people are telling me to watch Snowfall as well. Appreciate you, Todd. Major salute to you, bro, for tapping in. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. But yeah, The Sopranos. That's probably my favorite show. Hold on one second. No. Well, King of Queens is my favorite comedy show. You got to put it in sections. You know what I mean? The Sopranos is just amazing, though. Oh, but you got to talk about these new shows like 50s, BMF, Will Smith, the Bel Air. These new shows are amazing. They're really catching me. But um, like I was saying at the beginning, you guys, like I never really was so much into the shows. I'm the guy that loves movies, but sometimes the element that these shows have, y'all, is the fact that you get to have more of a consistency with the characters. You get to see the characters for a longer period of time. You get to see how they develop. I'd seen a couple episodes of this one show where I'm not sure if it's True Detectives or something like that, where it's like it had Vince Vaughn, it had Colin Farrell, and there was this scene of Colin Farrell where he was just acting like the best I've ever seen him act in a movie. He was acting so crazy in this one scene. You know what I mean? And I really wanted to see it. Do anybody know about the show I'm talking about? Anybody have any idea about the show I'm talking about? Ozark is Ozark is a really good show from the scene that I saw. My friend actually showed me the scene. My friend actually showed me the scene where you know, at the end they find out that someone had like been stealing from them or something. So then they trap everybody in the office and then they just start going crazy on them. And yeah, he showed me that scene and I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. Like this is an amazing show, but I never got back around to watching it. But yeah, if anybody wants to check out my interview with 10 Toes Down, everybody check out my interview with 10 Toes Down. I got to get back on what, Alicia? I forgot. Ozark. I saw the first episode and then I saw that little 10-minute part of that show. And that 10-minute part had me more hooked than anything. That 10-minute part had me more hooked than anything, you guys. I'd appreciate it if everybody in here went and dropped a comment on my interview with 10 Toes Down. He's actually speaking on Hassan Campbell whole jewelry incident on Fordham Road. If anybody could go drop a comment on that, that would be dope. I would majorly appreciate it. And everybody who does drop a comment on that, I will subscribe back to you on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate whoever drops a comment on there. But yeah, man, it's been a great show. If there's any final questions before I get out of here, appreciate you for subscribing. Let me see what I'm looking like subscribers wise. Let me see what I'm looking like over here. Okay, we still need 19 more, you guys. Y'all need to turn up on me for them subscribers. Everybody must be subscribed already. You know what I'm saying? We on the road to 100,000 subscribers, you guys. We ain't stopping, man. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight, man. We had a dope live video tonight. Hopefully we didn't ruffle too many feathers in the music industry. You know what I mean? Hopefully we didn't ruffle too many. Thank you, Precious. I appreciate you for subscribing. Hopefully we didn't ruffle too many. Whoa! Come on, Alicia. Whoa! I gotta roll something up for that. Whoa, come on, man. Please don't be disrespecting Hassan Campbell in my live. Please don't be disrespecting Hassan Campbell in my live. Damn. Robert says, when are you going to interview Big U? I don't know if Big U does interviews like that, bro. I would interview Big U. You know what I mean? I would definitely interview Big U. I've been enjoying everything he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? He's been making a presence. I'm really shocked that he has no votes in the poll. Like, please tell me he's got a vote. No, he doesn't. That's just kind of crazy. But yeah, no, damn. Alicia, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me see. Wow, look at this runts right here. Looks pretty amazing. I wish I had a better light angle for it. It's hard though when you're trying to show off a little bit of bud. So you know what that means. Oh shit. Well, you know, I'm just saying, Alicia, tomorrow, you know what I mean? Like, people could misinterpret my kindness. You know what I mean? People can misinterpret my kindness. You know what I mean? And they could come at me in a certain way. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what way they're going to come at me? You know, they could be like, Mikey T, I actually see a potential for what you're doing. Mikey T, I see what you're doing there. Mikey T, you crossed the line. Mikey T, you went too far. Mikey T, you're done on here. You know, they could, you know what I'm saying? But it's, in all honesty, man, I don't feel like anything that I'm saying is too disrespectful. I never jump on here and blatantly disrespect anybody. I mean, the other night I did say that Jim Jones should have messed with me over Whack 100. But I mean, that's just completely obvious. I mean, I would put Jim Jones in the studio with Scott Storch. You know what I mean? And I did that for free. I got them to record a song together, and then I took the song and I got them to play it in the nightclub for free. So what's other people doing that I can't do? Put a little bit of a boost behind me. I'm gonna go so far in this industry. What other blogger? What other A&R? It's only A&Rs doing shit like that. Record, studio. nightclub. That's how I think, you guys. But I also think like this too, like a blogger, like an influencer. You know what I'm saying? Like a critic. Oil says you should start your own label. You should start your own label. Mikey T, you should start your own label. Robert. Runts. Hell yeah. Runts is amazing, Precious. Runts is amazing. I really like it over the cookie strain, to be honest with you. So, you know, but if Burner actually, you know what I mean, I would do my strain with Burner. I think Compton Menace is actually doing a strain with Burner. I think Compton Menace is actually doing a strain with Burner. That's pretty lit. I'm about to roll up another Dutch. You know what I mean? I'm about to watch something tonight. Major salute. Major salute to Alicia for that super sticker. The video was live tonight, you guys. Oh, shit. Yeah, we should. We definitely should. We should definitely pop. I think we're going to go live tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure we're going live tomorrow night, you guys. Look at that Bel Air blue, baby. Everybody was wondering. Everybody was wondering, is it really blue? Everybody was wondering, look at it. Is it really blue? That's a question that you could answer. Now the bottle's going to be messed up. But yeah, I really want to pop the Vouv, though. I really want to pop the Vouv Clicquot. I got an amazing deal on that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's not a Nori clap right there. Everybody else is extra with it. They'd be like, that's the mic. You got the Mike T clap. You got the Mike T clap. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate people actually giving a damn about this channel. I appreciate people actually giving a damn about this channel. That's why I'm going to continue to come out here and put out content. That's why I'm going to continue to come out here and do live videos, streams, and interactions. Yes, we are going to pop the Dom Perignon. Nah. We at 100K, when we get 100,000 subscribers, you guys. That's right. We're only about 41,000 subscribers away. When we get 100,000 subscribers, you guys, we are going to pop the Ace of Spade. We're popping the Ace of Spade, you guys, when I hit that 100,000 mark. Dom P, best champagne. I actually think Dom P is a little bit better than Ace. You know what I mean? But that's probably because I've drunk Dom P about 3-4 times. I've only drunk Ace 2 times. And when I say drunk it, I'm not talking one glass. I'm not talking a glass. I don't consider when I've had a glass of something like that. I'm talking about the bottle. I'm talking when I was in the nightclub with Bryant McKinney, who had won the Super Bowl with the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? It was that year. It was 2013. And I was rocking with Bryant McKinney. And he had us all drinking Ace of Spade. Would have been dope to work with Bryant McKinney further, man. Mikey T, you should be popping that Red Bull. Go get that check. We really should. We really should. Yeah. I polished a bottle of Ace of Spade off in the club. I remember this one time in the club, though. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I might have been tripping. I might have been absolutely tripping. You guys probably remember last night I told you about how I gave Jim Jones a blunt and then I pulled out another blunt. Because that's what I would do. I would go into the club and I would have a pack of Dutches. But the way you would sneak the Dutches into the club, is that you'd have your wallet, right? So I just take my wallet and I would open my wallet up and I'd put it on top of the Dutchess. So and then I put it in my pocket. So when you're getting patted down, they feel the wallet. They don't feel your pack of Dutchess with 5 blunts in there. You know what I mean? So I'm in the club. So anyways, I'm in the club, right, you guys? And this group, so I'm always like, I'm not trying to stunt. I'm not trying to stunt. You know what I mean? I'm here because I've had these experiences, you guys. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here to retell these experiences. You know what I mean? And also give my thoughts on what's going on in the hip hop community, all the news and shit like that. But I was there in Live, the VIP area, and they had like 15 bottles of the glow in the dark Dom Perignon come out. And then there's all these people up partying on the couches and shit. And they get them all come out and shit, and they're all drinking a bottle each of Dom Perignon. And I'm smoking a blunt. You know what I mean? Blunts, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not nothing. I mean, the quarters were going for like 100 back then, but I'm smoking all good. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, can we get a hit? Can we get a hit of that? And I'm like, they're like, we'll give you. I'm thinking they're saying they're going to give me the bottle. You know what I mean? I'm thinking they're saying they're going to give me the bottle. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so I give them the blunt. They're smoking the blunt. They hand me the whole bottle. So I just kept the bottle, pulled out another blunt. I had a bottle of Dom Perignon and a blunt. I'm not sure if I was supposed to. What do you guys think in the chat? I'm going to ask you guys in the chat after hearing that story. I want you guys to vote in the poll. I want you guys to vote in the poll after hearing that story. And the question is, was Mikey T supposed to keep the Dom Perignon, or was I supposed to hand it back? Was I supposed to keep the whole bottle, or was I supposed to, take a drink or, pour a glass, and then they were gonna, you know what I mean? And then they were gonna, give me the blunt back. Because I was looking at it like a trade. Alicia says, absolutely keep it. This was back in like 2013, though. This is like back in like 2012, 2013 when I was going to Club Live, all the way up to 2014 before I moved out of Miami. Alicia says they done sucked up your bud, even trade. Alicia, the bottle of Dom Perignon in the nightclub was probably about $800. A bottle of Grey Goose at Club Live was $600. Well, it looks like y'all are saying that I was supposed to keep it. I guess I was supposed to keep the whole bottle of Dom Perignon. Man, I got to tell you all about the story about when I almost left the club with a full bottle of rosé. Oh my God. If you guys could hear that story, you would say, Mikey T, you are a wild boy. Y'all thought MGK and Waka Flocka were wild boys. Mikey T's a wild boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about walking out the club with a full bottle of rosé type shit. Precious says that was nothing to them. Yes, keep it. Damn. Thank you, Precious. That's what's up. I guess I was in the right because, like, a part of me is thinking like Mikey T. Okay, Robert says, and an L when you don't have one is priceless. I'm in the right, damn it. I'm in the right. They ain't have no smoke. Yeah, they were like there a part of a party. They were there a part of the party. Like, it was, but, no, it was a regular live on a Sunday, though. Green Man says your blunt was in demand. Oh my God. So Alicia wants me to tell the story of when French Montana was at Club Story French Montana was at Club Story, and there were bottles of rosé, the red see-through rosé, for days. There were bottles to go around for days. So you guys, I'm at Club Story, and we're leaving. It's the end of the night. We're all leaving, and I see, like, I'm leaving before everybody because I got the camera on me. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to film French Montana and everybody as they're walking out. You know what I mean? My guy, it's Matic, is actually walking out with all of them. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get on point and get outside the club so I can get the shot. You know what I mean? So I'm walking out. You guys. And there is this bottle of rosé sitting right there on the mantelpiece. Like, there's this little mantle and a full bottle of crispy see-through red rosé, not opened, for nothing, sitting right there. Like, literally sitting right there. So I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, some dude a few nights before that, I just got done telling me at Live that bottle was legitimately worth $750. You know what I mean? Because I was in VIP at Bamboo. It was Club Bamboo, actually. I was at Club Bamboo, and this dude was like, this bottle cost me $750, but here, have a glass. He poured me up a $50 glass of rosé. You know what I'm saying? That cost as much of an eighth. So, anyways. So I see this bottle there and I'm like, yo, are you serious? So I'm like, all right, I'm taking this bottle. How am I going to get it out of the club though? How am I going to get this bottle out of the club? I'm supposed to be filming all these dudes walking out the club. So anyways, I take the bottle, I put it in my pants. You know what I mean? But I'm holding my pants like it's my belt and I'm walking out the club. I'm walking out, I make it past the first set of bouncers. I'm like, oh, I'm straight. And then there's another bouncer. He sees me. He's like, hey, hold up. What's that under your shirt? What's that under your shirt? I'm like, well, what are you talking about, man? I'm just leaving the club. He's like, hey, hold on, man. Hold on. And then literally dead ass, you guys, a group of security guards surround me. And then I pull out the bottle. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to get this. I'm trying to get my bottle out, man. You know how much I paid for this shit? They're like, yo, man, you can't leave the club like with that shit, man. What's wrong with you? You're going to have to come back in the club with us right now. So then they start dragging me back in the club. I'm like, oh, what cup of shit is this? Am I finna get arrested or something? Because that is my worst case scenario for everything, that I end up getting arrested. You know what I mean? And have to deal with it another day. It's like, can't we just get this shit over with right now? You know what I mean? So they start dragging me back into the club. And then my boy, It's Matic, is walking out with French Montana. Like, It's Matic has a bunch of jewels on and shit. So It's Matic is like, and I'm so shocked that he just caught this at this moment. Y'all, It's Matic had been here on the channel before. It's Matic's like, yo, chill out. He's with us. Chill out. He's with us. And then they're like, oh, okay. Since it was like French Montana's crew, you know what I mean? And they let me go. But I'm like, I can get the bottle, right? I can't get this bottle. Lucky you got that camera in the club. They would always have an issue, you guys. They always had an issue with me having a camera in the club, even though I was okayed by the party promoters. Like, my dudes actually worked with all the party promoters and shit like that. So I would always be in the club filming Khaled and French and Young Thug and all these people, man. I really had all the best looks in the nightclubs, man. Man, we had a lot of crazy nights out there. But yeah, so that's the story right there. I actually got major salute to Massachusetts. Appreciate you for tapping in, Cool Breeze. Come on, Mikey, you baby Suge. Baby Suge gonna take that bottle, man. You ain't telling baby Suge what to do. But I mean, if you try to throw me in cuffs, then I'm gonna have to lean off that bottle, man. You know what I'm saying? But you realize I paid $750 for that bottle, man. You know that shit cost. Yo, man, there was a special on them bottles tonight for $500, man. Oh, my bad. I was just stunting. What happened to the 40/40? Well, these nightclubs I'm talking about, bro, they're actually in Miami, you know? The nightclubs that I was in was actually in the 40/40. Appreciate you guys, man. If it's paid for, I don't see it. Well, you can't leave nightclubs. You can't leave nightclubs with the liquor. That's one thing you can't do. You know, it's got to be different in different places because I seem to remember being at nightclubs where dudes were just sneaking out mad bottles and shit like that. But maybe it's different. Maybe that was actually in Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? Dudes was like sneaking out mad bottles and shit. I ain't even gonna get into that story. It's a story for another podcast. But I definitely appreciate everybody tapping in. So I guess I was supposed to keep that bottle. So honestly, you guys, I'm gonna put that from my mind from now on, and I'm not gonna actually think about it anymore, you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let that cloud my mind and think I did those young party goers wrong by keeping their bottle of Dom Perignon, the glow in the dark edition as well. I was living it up that night at Club Live. I had the glow in the dark bottle. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I'm a modest guy, y'all. That's probably like $1,000 bottle. Man, that bottle was on special for $420 tonight. What is you talking about? My bad, man. What the hell? What are you talking about? Bottle is usually $1,000 in a nightclub. You're bugging. Whatever. It is what it is, man. Todd, what are you saying? Mikey, I know someone who does real good merch. I'm going to submit some art. Hopefully you bless me so I can buy some smoke like you. What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? Are you saying that you are going to submit some Mikey T the movie star artwork for a sweater logo or something like that, Todd? And if so, hit my DM with it on Instagram. Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun on this live tonight, man. Like I said, man, I got the best audience on hip hop. I got the best audience on YouTube in hip hop, man. I really feel that way. You can't tell me not to feel that way. You can't tell me not to feel that way. I appreciate it if everybody go checks out my clip, my interview with 10 Toes Down. Also, if you guys follow me on Instagram, whoever follows me right now, I'm going to follow y'all back. You guys ain't following me yet. Follow me right now. I'm going to follow y'all back. Let me see. All right. Cool. Oh, shit. Where's my Dutches? Them Dutches. Where are them Dutches? Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Y'all are the most live audience. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. And I will see y'all on the next live show, you guys. That's crazy if I did my own stream. And thank you for watching that interview, Alicia. I appreciate that. I think you might already saw it yesterday if you were on the live stream, though. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's been a dope stream. Always, if you're watching this on demand, I hope that I kept the conversation right for you for the duration of the time. Also, subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. I definitely appreciate everybody who takes the consideration to subscribe and consistently tune into the live videos to add to the conversation, man. We had a dope live video tonight, and I will see y'all next